Hello, folks. How are we doing? Apologies for the delays. I made soup. I thought the soup would be cool by the time I was ready to stream. I was wrong. The soup was still scorching hot. I've not even finished the soup, but I've just put it to the side. I'll heat it up later. How are you guys all doing? How are we all? It's been a little while, hasn't it? I feel like I should say some thank yous as well, because a load of you have just subbed straight away upon my return, which I appreciate hugely. Let's go through these real quick. Are there any that I missed in the last few days? I think there are. Bobo Jog, thank you for some with the Prime. O Pratt, thank you for some with the Prime. Sim, congrats on being first. Effigy, is it Effigy? It's probably Effigy. Let me know how to say your name. You spam Curry Dogs. Thank you so much for the 6 months. Dinu, thank you for the 10 months. Mark, thank you for the 2 months. I'm struggling to read numbers. Spur right, dude. 33 months is a long ass time. I'd like to formally dedicate this month of my subscription to Mick Schumacher in recognition of his first ever point. May the Karen be focused on his car. No, you've ruined that there. White Will Smith, thank you for the 15 months. Just writes bonjour. There's a lot of these, isn't there? I'm going to be here for a while. SDI Harold, thank you for the 3 months. Good old buddy. Thank you for 8. Just writes yo. Okay, a few more. Offshore Wasted, thank you for subbing. First time as well. Welcome aboard. Jamie B, this is a Work the Space stream. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for 26 months. And also, Rosmet, how are you doing? Hashtag Mick Gang. You've gone and ruined that there. You've gone and ruined that. How was my weekend? My weekend was very, very good, thank you. Yes, chat. Apologies for the fact that streams were a little all over the place to end last week. Also, let me hit the tweet button on my going live tweet. MD Games, mate, thank you so much for 28 months. FM23, let's go. Bring on the content from the legend. Thank you, dude. I'm excited for FM23, albeit cautiously optimistic. I wasn't wowed by the features, but I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, for people who missed it, I was on holiday for the weekend. I was meant to stream on Wednesday last week. Twitch went down. Couldn't stream for about 4 hours. By the time it was back, it was nearly midnight, so I gave up. And then the next day, I was thinking Thursday night, I need to pack my bag, but I'll have time to stream. And then Football Manager dropped a features video, so I had to record a video for that. By the time that was done, by the time I'd packed my bag, it was almost midnight again. And I didn't want to stream because I had to be up really early in the morning for a train. So, bit of a nightmare. Good news though, we're back today. Healy Williamson, thank you so much for the 2 months. Following for 8 odd years, only sub for 2 months. I appreciate the long-term support. There's lots of people who have been here for a long-ass time. If you're one of those people, thank you, thank you. And also, Neo, thank you very much. Some of the Prime, insane content as usual. I don't know if I'd use the word insane to describe my own content, but I appreciate it. And Gendo, dude, thank you for subbing the Prime. I hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, my word. There's been a lot going on lately, but I hope you're all doing amazing. If you missed a few streams before I went away, you might be sat there thinking, this is all very pink. When I fired up my computer today, I thought the exact same thing. I looked around and thought, that's very pink. I think I like it though. I think pink's my colour. I think I can pull it off. A Big Puffed Rice, thank you for some of the Prime. And Jammy Dodger coming in as well. And James Warland, you guys are absolutely insane. I'm very excited for some F1 Manager. I don't know about any of you guys. If I hit this button here, I think it goes I think I'm remembering which buttons go where. Oh god. Panic over. But I'll be honest, chat, for a second there, I did begin to panic. But it was never in doubt. Let's get the face cam in the middle. You know what the deal is by now. Oh my word. Right. So we are back at Williams Firstly, chat. I hope you're all doing amazing. Like I said, it's been 5 days since we were last live. Wasn't really intentional. A bit annoying this week as well because I've got some stuff going on at the weekend, which means I can't stream Friday. And on top of that, Liverpool play tomorrow in the football. So I think my plan for tomorrow, get this in your diary nice and early, plan for tomorrow is to stream in the afternoon. I know, afternoon stream? I know. It'll be fine. Trust me. But yeah, we might be out live a little bit earlier tomorrow, kind of maybe 4 p.m, around that time in the afternoon UK time, which I know isn't ideal for most people, so I'm sorry to most people, but it's either that or no stream, and I'd rather do a little bit of a stream anyway. But yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, we are with Williams. For people who've missed the 30 race of the season, I'll be honest, this really isn't representative of how good we've been. We have fluked a couple of wins. Of course, we are on the new patch. We are shuffling the race calendar, and this is part of the Haas save game. So if you've been watching the Haas streams and you've come in today going, Williams, it's the same universe. I promise, even though they're not doing very good right now. Pacher's down at the bottom, and George Russell's not doing much better. But Mick Schumacher got a point for AlphaTauri, so you know it is looking pretty good for Mick. At least the Mick fans out there are going, yes, come on, come on. I am at Williams where I didn't sack Mick. I just didn't extend his contract. I didn't terminate his contract. We mutually departed and separated. It was very amicable. Also, chat, I've not had a proper watch of yesterday's race. I've caught little updates. I had no internet up in the Peak District, so well, I say I had no internet. Had enough internet to load Twitter once or twice, but even then it got to the point where like GIFs weren't loading and I couldn't actually do anything on it. I'd get notifications about tweets or DMs or people messaging me. Couldn't physically open those messages. It was that kind of internet. So, yeah, I haven't actually seen the race. So I'd be interested to know your thoughts on the Singapore race. I believe it was a delayed start, but even that I'm not entirely sure on what the deal was. But, yeah, how was it, chat? Rating out of 10 for the race, because I missed it. I'll probably watch the full race on F1 TV. I assume I can watch the full race on F1 TV after the fact. Either that or I'll watch guys' kind of extended highlights. Was it good? Was it a 4, a 6, a 5? Was it not good? 5? A 5? For entertainment, a solid 8. They should have cloud seeded it. They should have seeded the clouds, chat. You know, my conspiracy, still open as an idea if they want to stop it. It was the best worst race in recent times. I love a best worst race. I just like a chaotic race once a season. A race where like half the grid don't finish. Evening, Jack and chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Channel 4's highlights are much better than Sky's if you miss a race. I don't know if I agree with that. No disrespect to Channel 4, but the extended Sky highlights that they do on Now TV are pretty good. Jack jinxed the rain. Did I? Well, probably did. I can't believe I missed my favourite race and I've not even had time to properly catch up on it yet. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. 6 DNFs. I saw that Perez won, and I saw that Ricciardo came 5th, having started 16th. How did that happen? Can someone... How did that happen? Right, I think both drivers to Q2 should be the aim for this first race back. We're at Spa. How is our car in terms of grid performance at Spa? Not great. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a track that suits our strengths. It's just a case of our strengths are kind of crap. CBSO, mate, thank you so much for subbing with the Prime. Welcome aboard. I appreciate the support. Is there rain at Spa? Will there be a safety car? Let me have a look right here. Where are we? There is no rain. There is no rain planned. But yeah, what did you guys think of the race? Let me know. Also, a friend of mine, chat, who I met up with on holiday, right? He was very upset about the fact that I've missed his messages in chat. He comes into my stream occasionally, and I miss his messages because you guys are all spamming Mick Schumacher memes. So, Ollie, if you're watching this is like the equivalent of, you know, doing a kids' TV show birthday message or a birthday message on the radio, but it's not his birthday. Ollie, if you're watching, thank you for watching the stream, mate. There you go. And look, he's even written it in the chat now. Can everyone write hello, Ollie? O-L-I. Just say hello to Ollie. It'd mean the world to him. When we were on holiday, he was very upset about the fact that I've missed his messages. So if we could all kind of cover up the fact that I've been an awful friend by intentionally blanking his messages. If we could get lots of hi Ollies, that would be... There you go, Ollie. Right, you're never getting this attention again, Ollie. Ever. But lovely bloke. All-round good chap. Mod that man. We could VIP them. If I VIP... should a streamer VIP their real-life friends? That's the real question, chat. Is that too far, you know? I feel like VIPs are very important people. Is Ollie very important? There's a yes and there's a no. It's a split. It's a split of the votes. Clark, thank you very much for the resub. Just write hi Ollie. There you go. People are now just paying to say hello to Ollie. I feel like, you know, if you get a personalised shout out, you don't need to be VIP'd at that point. At that point, you've made it. I haven't even VIP'd my missus. See, exactly, Jamie knows. You know, are my closest loved ones actually very important people on Twitch? That's the real question. Also, Ollie, if you've written any more messages, I've lost them in the spam of hi, Ollie. But I want you to know I appreciate you, mate. Ollie the Space. That sounds like my skateboarding channel. To come soon, chat. Coming soon. Ollie the Space. Okay, right. We're going to Spa-Francorchamps. We'll get a prediction going early on, I think, today. What would we like the prediction to be? That's the real question. Also, I can look at Ollie's previous messages.
And welcome to Spa-Francorchamps.
Oh, he writes such an... He's told... I'm looking through Ollie's previous messages, chat. The jail outfit is super cute. That's sweet, isn't it? No one's ever said that before. Is the jail outfit cute? Doesn't make me look nice, chat. Where is the jail outfit? Spur, right, let's go for that. Will both drivers make it to Q3? I like that. I like that. I think we should be able to do that as well. Shijutsko Kreyeneren. I feel like I say your name differently every other time you sub, so apologies. I try very hard every time. That's what counts. Thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate you massively. And Offshore Wasted, thank you for gifting out a sub to Bobby IRL. Bobby, you can raise Vadukas and there is now animated emotes. Did people find the animated emotes? There's a few new animated. There's one of me eating yogurt because I thought people would really want to spam a yogurt eating emote. Squidris Elba, fantastic. That is a top tier username. Thank you very much for subbing the tier 1. Chat, I'm so excited to be back. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming tonight. We'll do at least 2 races. I'm feeling a little bit late night-ish. But as I mentioned already, we will be live tomorrow in the afternoon because Liverpool inconsiderately play at 8 PM. I know. How dare they? Paul Thomas, mate, thank you so much for resubbing. And Sherlock as well. Thank you for subbing the Prime. We've got the angry emote. We've got the kind of the awkward emote, which is meant to resemble when I do this chat. I mean, if you spam the awkward emote, oh god. I should have asked the animator to add the kind of broken camera as part of it. I wish my desk moved as quickly as the GIF did. I've tried. I'm reappearing. Play the GIF in reverse. Play the GIF. Hi everyone. Oh god. Oh god. The camera. The camera. Jack, why do I do that when I know it's gonna break the camera? I shouldn't do that. I'm being a silly goose. Let's deactivate and reactivate to fix it. Right. I don't want to go to practice. We're still into qualifying. Remember when I accidentally went to practice? That was awkward. That was awkward. Don't watch Liverpool. They're going to get beat. That's a great reason to watch them. Hey, Roy. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Okay. Okay. Right. Prediction is live. That was a quick prediction. Was that a 30-second prediction, Spare Right? We can make it a bit longer than that, I think. You know. Okay, Lando Norris is in 4th. Piastri's in 13th. Both cars making it into the fastest session. I want to say it's going to be a stretch. It might not be easy. That was 2 minutes. That was 2 minutes. Can we do it again? Can we do it? I feel like I missed it, and I'm the streamer, so I feel like I saw a disappointing lack of channel points on the line there, folks. I think I saw less than 150,000. That's so sad. So sad. Don't do that to me. More channel points. We've got to push up the numbers. I've hit the wrong button there. It's fine. Has Jack ever been this happy whilst eating a yogurt on stream? Of course. Yogurts are what make me happy. Yogurts are what make me happy. I just want to check something because we hit the wall kind of hard, didn't we? Last race. Engine 64, gearbox 54. I don't love it, but I think I've got to run these engines this race. Right, chat, we're doing the prediction again. Will both drivers make it in to Q3? Will both drivers finish in the top 10? I'll say now, in all the practice sessions, Piastri did not. He came 13th in P3, he came 11th in P1, P2. Lord knows what happened. He came down in 14th. But qualifying's when you have to put it all together. Will both drivers be in the top 10? I feel like I can do the first session and it'll be fine. Jack, you've changed me. I watched Singapore over the weekend. Never watched an F1 race in my life until then. I'll tell you what, he needs a better microphone, doesn't he? What did you think of the race as a first-time watcher? I mean, I'll be honest, from the sounds of it, it was an interesting race. Maybe not necessarily for the best wheel-to-wheel racing, but in terms of kind of raw entertainment, it sounds like it was a chaotic race. It was one of those ones where you kind of excitably look around and there's always just something happening. Oh, he's run wide on the outlap. I mean, if there's a time to run wide, Piastri, it's on the outlap. Just don't crash.
We just had a car run
I'm not watching
wide.
it again. I'm not watching. I'm going to pretend it never happened. Everything's fine. Right, first lap back after a long break. Oscar Piastri, you were a little bit dodgy in practice. Long lap at Spa. Also, how nice is Spa, chat, on this hill? The elevation changes, the sweeping left to right. Oh, it looks so nice. Posh Tiffy did get P6. Yeah, I saw the final standings for the F1. I must admit, because I didn't watch the race 100% kind of consistently, I kind of caught odds and ends. And I've seen like the highlights. I don't feel like I didn't really get a full vibe for the race. It felt like one of those races where you probably need to watch super extended highlights as opposed to the 8 minutes they put together on YouTube. Have I got my beta team selected? Even if I did MD games, I don't know if I'd necessarily publicly say what my FM23 beta save is. When's the beta out for FM23? Around 2 weeks before the release date of November 8th. Can I imagine this game with the V10 motors? I mean, I can. I feel like it would probably just do my ears a load of damage when I'm playing for kind of 20 hours a week. What's my F1 Manager beta, F1 Manager 23 beta save? Wow. Williams. I have no idea. No idea. Did I switch from Haas? Yes, we did. This is in the same universe. We've gone to Williams, who did not score a point previously, and we're trying to build something special here. Is Piastri going to get a nice clean lap to start? I mean, it looks like it. That's a good lap. That should be good enough for the session, I think. Going that much faster than Tsunoda. Although Magnussen went quicker than both our drivers. Kevin! He's bloody fast. Is that tutorial still coming on how to switch teams? I need to sit down and get it done. I don't think it's in there necessarily needs a tutorial, but it's the kind of thing where if I do a vid tutorial, I know people will watch it. I'll be honest, chat, like the last kind of week was a bit of a nightmare for me in terms of I wanted to stream and then Twitch went down. And then right as I was kind of getting ready to head away, Football Manager dropped a new features video. And then I've been away for like 3 days. So I've just been a little bit all over the place, kind of playing catch up. It's amazing how in my job, even just like a few days away, I have so many emails and bits and pieces to catch up on. Alonso set a record for races started. Yeah, I did. I saw that. Was it 350 races he's now started? I don't think we're going to go out again here, you know. I think 3rd and 6th fastest there should be good enough to get us in the top 15, and we should be safe. Also, chat, really weird thing. I was talking with Dr. Ben about this. Some of you will know. Most of you probably do. Big FM guy. But I was talking with him about the fact it's like really weird when you're streaming and you're a streamer and you really get in a routine. You're streaming like I have been. Then you just have like a few days off. Oh my god, Piastri could cook. That was way closer than it should have been. Oh my lord. They tumbled. I mean, it was never in doubt. It was never in doubt. But yeah, it's really weird. Just a few days without streaming, like, you lose your routine so quickly. And then you get this weird, it's not really an anxiety, but like there's this weird hump that you have to get over when it comes to then firing up the stream again for the first time back. I can't really describe it. I think the best way I could describe it is if you've ever had an office job and, you know, you have your break for Christmas, or like there's a longer, you know, you go on a longer holiday and you kind of come back on the Monday, and even though it's only been like a week away, like everything just feels a bit weird. Like, I can't really describe it. I always feel like that with streaming. Like there's a bit of rustiness to shake off. Right, let's see how we get on here. This is a pretty crowded track for these hot laps, but we should be okay. I don't think there's anyone on an out lap directly in front of us, at least. Will I sign Pichère back? Probably not. Probably not. You've been away so long, I had to play F1 Manager myself instead of watching you play it. How was that? I hope it wasn't too traumatic. Also, Don, how are you doing, mate? Thank you for the 18 months. Jeff Bezos has been whispering in my ears to use the Prime. Did you hear that, chat? Prime subs, you get a free sub every month. Are there any primers in the chat? I think I have my Prime sub at the moment. The Lang Viking, mate, thank you for sub with the Prime. Oh, my word, chat. All the cool people use their Prime subs here. All their cool people use the Prime subs here. That's fact. You become 20% cooler. Who's got a yellow flag in this sector? What's happened? Who's had a moment?
Who's running wide there?
George Russell in the Haas.
Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
Ooh, that's his lap done. I paid him. I still cool. Yeah. You're almost cooler. You know, you're as cool. Hey, Bill, how's it going, mate? Also, I saw that Ollie text me. What did Ollie text me? Going to bed, see you later. Oh, what a bloke. What a bloke. Oh, there's another yellow flag. Oh, Piastri's gone very quick there. Who locked up? Did someone hit a wall? What's happening? Usually QUALI's nice and relaxing. This has not been relaxing so far. Jay Searby, mate, thank you for some with the Prime. Welcome aboard.
That could have been much worse.
That is not... That's after the lap's over. That's fine. Now chat's all say goodnight to Ollie. I love it. Maybe we'll just have to make it a thing, chat. I've got to make up for all the times he was polite about how queue time in my... There's been a crash.
It looks like quite a big accident, yeah.
Who's crashed? Verstappen? Verstappen's out. Verstappen locking up and crashing. That can never happen.
There's been a crash. Let's take a
What
closer
happened?
look. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Oh, it's the corner, chat. It's the corner at this track.
Clearly, something went very, very wrong there.
Oh! I've not seen anyone go off that badly in that corner. Okay. Well, we've got kind of good lap times here, but I think everyone else has been messed up by everyone else spinning up and just ballsing up in general.
Someone's run wide.
So Max is out. Russell locked up. Magnussen and Leclerc must have had to kind of ease up. I don't want to use this set of softs if we can avoid it. I've got to remind myself, chat. I only did a few streams on the new patch. Tyres are really different now, aren't they? Like, you actually have to think way more about your strategy. Also, why is Albon going out then? That is weirdly early to go out, but who am I to judge? How have you guys been finding the new patch, by the way? He did lock up in Singapore. I mean, that might have been referencing that just loosely. We'll watch Piastri's lap here. This is a lap that matters. But yeah, how have people been finding the patch? I saw there was a hotfix, right, for the fuel stuff. And I think also the rain's been patched. There was a hotfix, right, for rain stuff. Has anyone played much in the rain since that patch? Yeah, the soft tyres, I think you really have to kind of value them. Less DRS changes. That's what I want to hear. Like, I've only done 4 races on the new patch, and 2 of them were at Austria, and 1 of them was just a washout wet race. Harder in a good way makes a risky one-stop more rewarding. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. I mean, in general, it feels like Frontier are doing a pretty good job with this game at being responsive to like major issues that people are finding. Oh, has the hotfix not come out yet, LMK? Ah, okay. When does the hotfix come out? Do we know? I saw the mentions of a hotfix on Reddit whilst I was away. I think I caught it. But I couldn't actually load up the post because crappy internet. Has anyone else, this can't just be me, right? When I was away at the weekend, I had the situation where the internet, like the 3G was really bad. and like I'd get notifications about messages and stuff, but I couldn't open up the messages I got notifications about. Has anyone ever been in that situation? We might be in trouble here, not on fresh tyres. We might be in trouble. I don't think actually no, Piastri's going pretty quick on this use set. Oh my god, he's going to go out, isn't he? Someone crash. Someone crash. People crash. Fuck! I mean, that's a snap back to reality. Albon's done his time already. Norris has only just snuck in there. I've got to remind myself, we don't have that good of a car. Ah, that is... I mean, the timings were very close. Is that a sound effect new for when they get eliminated? I don't remember that sound effect. It sounded so angry. I'm doing very good, Vortex, thank you. Right. Q3. Yorkshire Kiwi. I beat the alert. Beat the alert, chat. I'm faster than the AI. Thank you very much, though, mate, for some with the Prime. Why are they all going out so close together? I guess we'll go out. Why have they... They're all going out up each other's butts. They're like dogs sniffing each other at the dog park. If someone locks up as an instant, there's going to be a big crash here. We've only got Norris to worry about, and he's right at the back. That was not good, was it, for getting into Q3? So what, if anyone spins out as an incident, Norris's lap's going to be wrecked here. But equally, they could all mess up each other's laps. Okay, initial runnings. Norris 4th is good. Both Alfa Romeos really quick again. That's mad. Someone ran wide. Who ran wide? Who was it? George Russell. That's my prediction.
Oh, did someone run wide?
Leclerc. Should have known. Right. Do I want to use another set of softs here? Or is it worth keeping softs for the race? I mean, Piastri did improve slightly on his used softs previously, but it still wasn't enough. I feel like I should keep them. We put in a pretty solid lap there to get 4th. I should be happy with that, and we should save a set for the race. Yeah, the Alfa Romeo car looks rapid in this save game right now. It's mad. I mean, so do Alpine as well. I mean, obviously, Tsunoda's done crap for them, but Magnussen is showing that car has pace. Kind of crazy how close Gasly and Ricciardo were there after the first sessions as well. Hey, Dahayani. I hope I've said your name correctly. I've probably said it horrifically, and I'm really, really sorry. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. Also, chat, big shout out to all you guys tuning in today. I feel like when you're a streamer, like you get in this routine, you get in this rhythm, and that's as a streamer. I know as a viewer, you get in that same routine. So if a streamer just goes on holiday or goes away for like 5 days, it's very easy just to kind of slip out of that routine and either find someone else to watch or just find something else to do. I appreciate all you guys hanging out tonight. Okay, Norris is not improving here, which is not good, but it's kind of expected. If we could start in the top 6, that would probably be a win. Top 6 would be a win, he says. I think everyone's set times. I think we're going to get 6th. Look how close the grid is, though. That is wild, isn't it? That is wild how close it is. It's like 200ths between 1st and 10th.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Right.
Qualifying went well for Williams.
Right. What do we want to do for the prediction for the race? Double points? Is double points the play? Will both drivers finish in the points? The Alphas were 3 thousandths apart. That is wild. Hey, wubba lubba dub dub. How are you doing? Spur right. Can we get a prediction for both drivers to be in the points? I feel like you've got to recalibrate all of your expectations with this patch. Because I feel like previously, before the tyre changes, it was easy just to stay in DRS range of faster cars, not feel a punishment for pushing your tyres, and kind of gamify the game a little bit more. Whereas now, I feel like your decision making over the kind of in terms of strategy matters way more than your micromanagement. Oh, that is mad. Gasly got the same time every session. Wonder if that's ever happened in real life to a thousandth of a second. Right, strategy-wise, I mean, a one-stopper feels like the play. It's a case of, do you go on the mediums and push them hard? Or do you go on the softs? I feel like with Piastri, the best strategy is to go on mediums and just try and eke it out for kind of 19 laps, hope for a safety car. But with Lando, he's going to be racing for the race. With his smoothness, do we reckon soft mediums could work? That's probably too... I reckon I go soft hard. I think that's the safer way of covering off where both safety cars are likely to come. The AI is likely to use one of these strategies. So no matter what, like a safety car happening between kind of this hard tyre and this hard tyre is going to mess you up if it happens. So almost the best way to minimise that risk is to go with both strategies and then be able to react if a safety car happens. And the other thing is, like, obviously at Williams, we are a team that we're looking to kind of get... If we get both drivers in the point in a race, that's a really good race for us. And I think this probably gives us the best chance of maximising scoring with at least one. I'm being silly and going all in on double points. I respect it. YouTube Lurker reported in to say, thanks for the extra space vids. Hey, no worries, Doocy. Appreciate the love. Yeah, I need to get a few more of the videos up on the extra space channel. Apologies, with me going away, there was a couple of videos I didn't have time to schedule. I should have the first stream that we did with Williams live tomorrow, and then the day after that, the second stream, and then hopefully this one will be up on Thursday. Fingers crossed, touch wood, that should happen. Chap98, mate, thank you so much for resubbing for 3 months. Get some hype going in the chat. This is stupid. And sign Max to Williams. I don't know what you're saying, Vortex. Vortex, I appreciate you being very active in the chat. I do appreciate it. Maybe instead of writing kind of 5 messages of 2 words, write like a few sentences. Hey, quiz on a stick, how are we? Quiz on a stick. I'm not allowed to do quizzes anymore because you ruin them all by being too good at them. It makes me sad. Will I be doing a video on modding? I will be at some point soon. I was meaning to get it done, and I'll be honest, chat. Like, I talked about this, I think, on stream last week. Like, the last few weeks before I went away, it's the first time in 2 years of doing full-time content creation where I've just felt like I've had too much to do and not enough time. Like, there's been times before where I felt like I've been juggling stuff and I've been able to keep all that stuff being juggled. The last few weeks are the first time where I feel like some of the balls have started to hit the floor in terms of the juggling, and the tutorial stuff has just been one of those things alongside the Alpine videos. Alright, let's start this up. Where did I go? I was in the Peak District. Well, actually, I think it might have been technically the Derbyshire Dales. I was in the countryside up north.
And there's Lando Norris. A top
it was
10
nice
position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? And looking at the second Williams car.
I can actually juggle, chat. That was why that analogy came into my head. I'm actually a very talented juggler. Oh, I didn't do driver instructions. I didn't do driver... Let me pause. Let me pause.
And it's lights out. And away
I'm sorry.
we go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Things you can't really push at the start like you used to with the tyres, but we'll try anyway. Please tell me I'm not the only person who forgets to do that. I feel like I've got a really good routine with it, actually. Okay, lots of people in front of Piastri are using the mediums. That's not really what I wanted to see, but we'll try and make it work. As for Norris, Magnus and Bottas and Gasly also running mediums.
Simply lovely.
So Gasly and Ricciardo are running mediums and softs, so they've split their strategy at Alfa Romeo, which usually reassures me a little bit that I'm making the right decision. Can Lando get Magnussen up the inside? No.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Back it out. Back it out.
Okay, Piastri's ahead of Albon. That's good. That's good.
Let's back off.
Glad you're able to have a break for content creation. What's that like? I'll be honest, poorly drawn Arsenal. It's the first time in about 6 months where I've been able to sleep for more than 7 hours. It was lovely, chat. First night, no internet access, no way to check anything. Laid in bed and just slept for 10 hours. I did not realise how... I mean, it was a long day anyway. But I woke up feeling so refreshed. It was nice to wake up and not look at my phone and see like 20 notifications of like emails, tweets, YouTube comments and stuff that I felt obliged to reply to. It was really refreshing. Wait and Hope, thank you very much for subbing for the 4 months. Glad to have you back, lad. Thank you, dude. Piastri is not making up as much. Oh, someone's locked up. Safety car? That's a big smash. Who's gone off? Safety flag? Surely that's a safety flag. Surely that's a... Is that going to be a safety flag? What happened?
Sounds like a few cars
Magnussen crashed. Magnussen crashed. Was it Magnussen in the back of him? Oh my god, Piastri was right there too. Oh my word. That's quite a lot of damage. Bottas's tyres are absolutely wrecked. Has he got a puncture? No, but his rear wing's absolutely messed up. How's that not a safety car? Okay, Bottas's car is absolutely messed up. Magnussen has got a warning. I mean, Norris is now suddenly running in third, which is massive. Hey, Colin, thank you for the 15 months and Weezers. Thank you for the 13. Back to work, Jack. Glad to have you back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I say safety flag? I meant safety car, chat. I'm half asleep. Send help. Did I say safety flag? It's because I was confused as to how it was only yellow flags. Chat, it's been 2 weeks. I don't know anything about F1. Norris got very lucky there. He was right behind Magnussen. Also, Ricciardo's on used softs. All the soft users are on used around us. That's really good for Lando's kind of strategy here. Not frustrates, mate. Thank you so much for 4 months. Lando in third. How did that happen? He qualified 6th. There was just a massive crash, which saw 2 people go out. Safety flag, yellow car, same difference. Exactly. Exactly. Maybe we should make safety flag a real thing, chat. The safety car should have yellow flags out of it, and we can call them safety flags. Discuss.
DRS is enabled.
Okay, Piastri's in a big train of cars, also on mediums. He eats through his tyres so quickly. I wonder if Magnussen's going to have to pit here. I assume he's got damaged by how much time he lost. Yeah, he's going to have a penalty to serve as well. I mean, both their races are wrecked, and that was 2 of our big rivals in front of us. Yeah, I probably should get Piastri off to deploy. I was hoping to get a little bit of a run-up here before I turned it off, but... yeah, you are right. I've pushed it a bit too close. I mean, if the Alfa Romeos want to crash, that'd be nice. Also, chat, have you ever noticed stuff that I forget to do when it comes to like turn off battery stuff? Just let me know. First race back, I'm rusty. How's my season 4 going? It's going very good, thank you, Vortex. We're doing okay. We're 4th in the constructors. We've got lucky in a few races with beneficial safety cars and crashes that have gone in our favour, but... I mean, in quali, we qualified, what, 6th and, like, 13th here? The entire grid is really close in this save game. But as we've already seen, like, it changes pretty quickly. This is the 4th race of the season. Yeah, we've got a shuffled race calendar mod, which means that the kind of calendar for the season is shuffled, which is kind of nice. Piastri's kind of smoothness is bad, but what it might open up is an undercut on the other guys on mediums. That could be what we go for. Anyone else the same? Fuel delta so much better, but I find myself running out more often because I'm trying to find the perfect margin every race. I think in general the cars are a little underfueled at the moment, Wardy. At least the AI are on certain tracks, so they're looking to tweak it. So that might be impacting you slightly, but yeah, I definitely think the fuel delta stuff is a big improvement. What's the gaps right now? Okay, Leclerc is way back. Norris's race pace looks pretty good here, which is nice. If you can just stay in DRS range of the Alphas, that's kind of ideal. Because I think we will pit in between the two of them pitting. I think when Ricciardo pits, we'll go a lap or two longer because we're on fresh softs. Because we saved some in quali. Obviously, Gasly's starting on mediums. He's going to go medium hard a bit later on. Around the same time as Piastri. Piastri's so caught up in this traffic, though. I might go for the undercut with Piastri. That might be the solution. I started putting an extra lap of fuel in my car every race just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I think it is a bit marginal in general, Dan. I definitely think the deltas are way more readable now, and it's way easier to actually manage your fuel. Like, you're definitely underfueled on certain tracks, but versus what we had previously, I think it's a step up. Which is good. Like, the fact they were able to implement that change so quickly. Who spun out there? I think it was someone behind. Who's had a moment? It wasn't Norris. That's all that matters. Verstappen had a spin. Oh, my word. He's already down in 18th. After he crashed in quali. Ah. He's not having a good weekend, is he, Max? What did they change with the fuel delta before? It used to like be a prediction of how many laps of surplus fuel you had based on how much fuel you'd used in previous laps. But it meant that if you had like been following in traffic for an extended period, because the amount of fuel you'd used would be less, the game would tell you, oh, you've got loads of surplus fuel, even though you might not have as much and you could get caught out by it. I wouldn't mind harvesting a little bit with Lando.
Recharge on.
Same with Piastri as well. If you can just stay in touching distance, these guys, being on harvest would be good. On. Do you get crashes if you simulate practice? Yeah, the crashes that happen in practice still happen. I've had times where I come back and all my parts are smashed up. What tracks is the fuel bug most evident? I think Silverstone and in particular Suzuka are pretty bad for it. But there's a hot fix coming in. What does brake cooling do? It helps with the management of kind of the brakes. That sounds so obvious. Basically, it enables your drivers to be better on the brakes, to use them more without locking up as much. So I've got Norris on harvest right now, but as long as he stays in DRS of the Alfa Romeos, which he is at the moment quite comfortably, shouldn't be a problem. Jesse, thank you for the 5 months. Evening, Jack. Loving the F1 streams still, and now started watching the races. Hey, happy to hear. Were you able to catch the race this weekend? I need to really watch the extended Singapore highlights. I feel like, chat, after months of well, I say months, after weeks of banging the Singapore drum and talking about how it's one of my favourite tracks, be a little bit anticlimactic if it had been a really crap race. Obviously, with the rain, it wasn't exactly the best expedition. What's the word I'm looking for? Not expedition. Exhibition. Exhibition. Same difference. They're not the same thing. But it was not the best kind of exhibition of Formula One racing in terms of raw entertainment and drama. And a bit of everything with the rain. Still learning some of the rules, though. To be fair, they make up the rules as they go along sometimes, Chissy, so you'll be learning them forever. F1 this season's been a bit boring to what we were promised. I I mean, it's not been as close to the championship, but I think ultimately, if you ignore Verstappen, there's been some pretty good battles across the field. And whenever new regs come in, it usually takes a few seasons for the field to actually even out. Because this season is essentially all the different teams' interpretations of the rule. Oh my god. It's all the teams' different interpretations of the rules. And so they will take inspiration from one another more next season, having seen what everyone came up with this year. When you put like a load of engineers in the same room together, right? When you put a load of engineers with the same rules in different rooms, they're going to come up with loads of different ideas. Eventually, all those ideas kind of diverge into the optimal solutions. I don't think Piastri got DRS there, which is a bit of a concern.
Into your left and coast.
No, he didn't get it after he nearly went into the back of Zhou. Right, Piastri needs to try and catch up if he can. Yeah, Ferrari could do... I mean, with Ferrari, it's such a weird year because it's like, if Ferrari could do strategies, if Leclerc could be a little bit more consistent, the championship would be closer. But, I mean, Red Bull have just been very, very kind of clinical, right? They've not really made that many mistakes in race weekends that have proved catastrophic, where you look at the amount of points Ferrari have lost. It's kind of crazy. Collision seems off since the patch this was going through walls at Monaco earlier. To be fair, that's been Monaco all game, I feel like. We're in a good little spot here with Norris, because what's going to happen is Gasly is going to... Sorry, Norris is going to pit sooner.
That is the purple lap for now.
Oh, Piastri's just gone fastest, hammer timing it. Love that.
Back off.
But with Norris here, if I can just save the tyres slightly, when Ricciardo pits, we will then push with Norris, get past Gasly, and hopefully vanish up the road and do a bit of an overcut on Ricciardo and an undercut on Gasly. Is it weird that I'm going to take the dog for a walk and listen to your stream with my AirPods? Not weird at all. Bottas had a really big smash earlier. Lap 1, well, Magnussen might have hit him, but I don't like to throw our former driver under the bus. Yeah, if Norris can just save his tyres here a little bit, it'll put us in a really good situation to hopefully pit between the Alphas but get the benefit of both. Piastri still eats his tyres. Hamilton's crash at Singapore reminded me of a typical F1 manager crash. There was a few of them, weren't there, this week? Oh my god, he's gone wide. That's really, really good. It's kind of good. I mean, it is good. Danny Ricciardo's going to be messed up. He's so far back now. Everyone is messing up around us, and I don't know how to feel.
There's an overtake from Williams.
How should I feel? Hey, see you later, Not for the Straights. Thank you for hanging out today, mate.
Good stuff.
Hey, see you later, Vortex. Who's B? It's Behrman. Oliver Behrman.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
I want to get DRS for Norris here and then proper push it. This is the time now to do a couple of flyers. Whilst Gasly's on mediums and there's still a bit of life in our softs. Build up a gap here. We're actually planning on pitting in like 4 laps, which is kind of making me think we can push on these softs for a little while. But we do actually have to get the move done here up the inside. Chat, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh my, is he going for it? Everything's fine. Don't do an Alonso and Hamilton. Don't do an Alonso and Hamilton. He'll get him up the inside here. Beautiful. Right, okay, there's no more DRS zones. So this is the chance now to push. Everything's fine. I mean, Piastri's in the points, which is good. Everyone in front of us is on mediums. We've eaten for our mediums a bit quicker. I think we go for an undercut on these guys. Originally, we were looking to pit around lap 19. If we pit now, we'd come out actually in some not bad air. But I need to do a few more laps first, I think, before I can consider it. But if that is what we're going to do, we can get a bit aggressive here and eat up these tyres. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
We can take a look now.
Lando! Lando, you buffoon!
And there we see the crash. And the team had such high
Someone
hopes
just
today.
wrote in the chat, first
What a
with
shame.
Williams already. Must be easy. Oh, you an absolute turnip. I'm going to have to pit for the hards now. Ah! I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything. Do I get him to push with everything
Alfa
still?
Romeo just moved
You
up a bit.
absolute donkey. You absolute watermelon. I'm so upset. We were going so well. I don't know how we're still in second there. I guess Ricciardo held up everyone, but even so. But yeah, that should be a safety car there, chat, and probably Lando out. Same as the Magnussen and Bottas crash earlier. Like, the game resets cars kind of quickly in spots. Hudgemaster, I think I missed your sub earlier, mate. Thank you very much for the resub. And Jimmy, thank you for the resub too. Hi, Jack. Sorry I'm late. I was across the road when Latifi ran wide and squeezed me into the wall. Happy to be alive. I'm glad you're all right, mate. I got so annoyed, chat, about Latifi's crash into Zhou. Zhou has got so unlucky this year, just getting caught up in incidents that aren't his fault. If I pit this lap with the hearts, which is what we're doing, okay, they will last, but we can't push them hard. So we've got to pit, we've got to change the nose. We're going to lose a lot of time here. Imagine if he just locks up on the same corner again, crashes again, and we can't go into the pits again. Sorry I'm late, Jack. I had to take my fish for a walk. Well, I hope your fish is okay. Oh my god, he's just driven through a man. Piastri's hacking. I don't care. Good driving. Don't question it. We don't question it. Great job, Piastri. You're the best.
Let's back off.
You're great, mate. You're great. You went a bit wide there. There's a lot of racing up this hill. This could end badly. There's some weird times where the graphics engine doesn't represent what the race engine's doing in this game, and that corner is one of them where it happens a lot. There's been a crash. Who's hit each other going up the hill? These two. Who is it? Is it Verstappen and Behrman? Behrman and Verstappen have
So
crashed.
this was the Aston Martin.
Oh my god. I mean, one of them should be retiring. I've said it. One of them should be out for that. The worst thing is we're now stuck behind them unless we can get a move done.
Lift off.
Which I don't love. But we're on fresh hards now with Norris. Behrman's got to pit. His tyres are toasted.
Confirm.
Verstappen must have damage for that, right? Fat Charlie, thank you for the 7 months. I don't remember seeing this many crashes before, chat, where there should have been safety cars or, like, just retirements, and we've not seen them in game. Like, am I just not remembering things correctly, or has this just been a weird race for that? Oh, Norris really needs to get past these guys. This is the first race today, Sam. Smallest accident in Eau Rouge ever. Yeah, that was a weird one. I mean, normally they'd get spat back into the road there. It looked like they'd both gone so slow up the hill. Behrman, please just get out of the way, mate. You've got a pit. You've got damage. You got a penalty to serve. There's no point in you being here. Okay, Verstappen's pitted as well. That's good. Okay, Norris now has clean air.
Keep at it.
But I can't really push these tyres much because they've got to last a few laps longer than originally intended because we had to pit early.
Just gained by Williams.
Piastri's got Russell.
Okay, so Max is pitted.
Piastri's tyres are messed up here. Okay, yeah. Verstappen's in 8th. We're going to undercut we're going to pit shortly after the guys on these softs pit. Leclerc, Ricciardo, Sainz, when they pit for hards, a lap or two later, we're going to pit with Piastri. That is the plan.
Cancel lifting close for now.
I mean, yeah, Piastri's in the points. Norris is not in a bad spot here, but getting held up by Behrman and Verstappen there is not ideal. Glad it wasn't a safety car prediction. Tell me about it. I feel like people would be accusing the game of being rigged. It's kind of mad that we've not had one. Also, Sainz is really losing pace on these softs. They might pit this lap on these softs because he is, you can just see he's visibly slower. Oh my god. Moving in the braking zone? Hello?
Recharge on.
Okay.
Recharge on.
Ricciardo's pitted. If we can just use DRS to keep in touch and distance here whilst harvesting, that'd be good, because I think I want to try and go a lap longer than Sainz. Again, with an overcut. Hey, Pone's Order! Thank you very much for the 5 months. Bruv, glad you're back. What did you think of the ruling over the weekend? I'll be honest, mate, I've not caught a lot of it. I assume you mean the ruling around Perez. I saw what the incident was.
Looked like a clean lap there as well, mate.
I've not actually seen, like, how severe it was on video. But no one wants to see races decided after the race by kind of time penalties and stuff, especially if it's multiple incidents that didn't happen right at the end of the race. I assume that's the ruling that we're talking about. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. Who locked up there? Was that Verstappen again? Who just locked up?
There's been a
Oh, Russell.
Let's take a closer
Did I miss this, or was this one of those weird lockups where it's a mini one? Oh, I just missed that. Did you guys see him off the track? I didn't spot him. I think he might have been a bit further back, actually, than I realised. Was the EGX panel filmed? I don't think it was MD Games, I'm afraid. Azari, thank you very much for the 17 months. And that is a long-ass time, my friend. Thank you. Has Hamilton retired? I don't think he's retired yet, but I think he will retire at the end of the season because no one picked him up. Same with Alonso. Russell behind Mick, chat. It's like real life. Moncaress. Okay, that's one of the Ferraris in the pit. I think Sainz is going to pit this next lap. But out of the loop, what happened with Teo? Well, we've moved teams, but Teo is just not very good. I mean, he's doing okay. He's in 8th. We're not going to get DRS here, I don't think. Were we within a second? It would have been very, very close. If we didn't, that's bad. Line's coming up here. Did we get DRS? No. I'm an idiot. I've got to get closer to Sainz here. Because I want to go 1 lap longer. I mean, battery's charged, which is good. Wait, you can move teams. You can move teams on PC with the power of mods. What have you noticed to be the biggest changes since the update? I'll be honest, Stolen Bullet, I've only played 4 races before this one on the patch. But the difference in tyre performance is massive now. Which is great. It offers way more variety and strategy, and you can't just push your tyres mindlessly. Like, the wear really does matter. Like in the previous game, you could just kind of hover in DRS range of the faster teams than you by kind of just pushing your tyres harder. If you do that now, your performance just drops off a cliff. So much has changed. How are you, Williams? Like I just said, so using mods, you can change the teams that you're in charge of on PC. You can modify your save file. So at the end of Season 3, having won the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors, and with Pichère finishing second, I decided to move to Williams, who hadn't scored any points in the first 3 seasons of this save game. Okay, this is the lap to push. If we could get in DRS range of Ocon, that would be the dream. It feels so weird seeing Ocon in a Mercedes. I don't think we're going to be in DRS here, sadly. But we push hard this lap. We're going to pit. I think I'm going to pit next lap. I might do one more lap on these mediums. If I can get into DRS range on Ocon, which I think we will be able to, I'll do an extra lap.
Fantastic work.
Can we talk about Gasly going to win this race? I mean, I'll tell you what, the Alfa Romeos are rapid in this save game. They're mad. And yeah, I agree, Yorkshire Kiwi. I think the smoothness, like, stat matters so much more. Like, Piastri's smoothness is bad. I mean, to be fair, I've been pushing him on these tyres very, very hard. Who's Norris just lost a spot to? Vettel. Vettel! We're losing spots to Vettel! What's happened to us? Oh, to be fair, say it like Williams have been good. I mean, that's kind of par for the course. Alright, we're going to do one more lap here with Piastri behind Ocon. Assuming we're still in DRS. And then we're going to pit. Even though our window's a bit late, so we're going earlier. Is our car still bad? I mean, this Williams car hadn't scored points in previous seasons, but the entire grid is so close together in this save game. We qualified 6th and 13th, I think, for this race, but there's been a lot of incidents and crashes and people going wide and stuff. That has definitely kind of played into our favour. Right, we're going hard here. Fastest lap for Piastri there on these used mediums is mega. How pleased are you for Daniel over the weekend? I mean, from what I've seen, right, obviously Danny Rick went from 16th to 5th. My understanding is he benefited a lot from being able to pit under a safety car. And after the safety car reset, he was like 2 seconds a lap slower than Norris. I love Danny Rick, and I'd kind of have to look more into the numbers and stuff. I haven't really looked that hard at the race because I didn't get to see it live. I've only seen like condensed highlights. But it seems like even though he finished 5th, a lot of it came down to a bit of fluke with kind of his overall strategy. Others around him struggling, and he was like on average 2 seconds a lap slower than Lando after the restart. Yeah, to be fair, he was on soft tyres as well. But what, didn't he end up finishing like 30 seconds behind
You're looking good at the moment.
Lando? Norris's best lap was a second faster than Danny Rick's.
And a new position just gained by
It's sometimes hard to judge them, but nevertheless, like, ultimately, I don't think it was going from 16th to 5th is always good, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you do just get a bit of benefit, especially at a street circuit where it ends up being a one-stopper. I think Danny Rick was probably a beneficiary there. Okay, so Piastri's going to pit here. I'm hoping, praying, he's going to come out ahead of Sainz, Leclerc and Danny Rick. These 3 cars are the 3 that are all kind of racing together that we were stuck behind. Rick pitted a few laps earlier on the soft, so his tyres are more used. Was that a good stop? 2.7. It's okay. I mean, we are actually catching the back of that other group with Norris here, which is interesting. And Piastri has come out behind them still. Sadness. I mean, a few laps fresher tyres is good, but Piastri's tyre management and tyre kind of smoothness means I can't get too crazy here. That's got DRS though. We've got Zhou between our drivers, although Norris has cleared him. Obviously, Norris pitted so much sooner than everyone else.
Yeah, you're past. You're through.
which is a bit annoying. But this isn't terrible, chat. I think this is okay.
Cancel lifting coast for now. Cancel lifting coast for now.
Copy.
Given the lack of luck he's had, that's an odd take. What? To say that Danny Rick got lucky? Don't get me wrong, chat. Like, you have to do a good drive to get P5. You've got to keep it on the track. And like I said, I'm a big Danny Rick fan, but ultimately, like, 5th, I think, flatters him in terms of how it kind of looks on the final standings because of when he got his free stop. That's not a slight at Danny Rick. I think that's just the reality of it. Like, don't get me wrong, great drive, but like, you only have to look at the Aston Martins and how high up they were to see it was a race where that looks dodgy. If you got lucky with strategy, it really benefited you. And yeah, like, the driver inevitably can't help that in terms of if you get lucky, that shouldn't be a mark against you, but equally, you have to analyse the bits of performance that were there, and he was a long way off Lando again this weekend. There's been another crash. There's a safety car here. Everyone who's not pitted in front is going to get a free stop. Who crashed there? Stroll locked up.
Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
That's not good. You can be lucky and have a good drive. I agree with that, but I don't think Lando had a great... I don't think Danny Rick had a great drive. I'm not saying... To be clear, I'm not saying he had a bad drive, but I think when you compare it to his teammate, he wasn't as good. Yeah, Haas is still doing kind of well. It'll be interesting to see where they come out when they pit. Did they start on the hards, or is that... I think that's the bug, actually, where they're all on mediums, but the game has already decided they're pitting next lap, so it updates their tyres early. Right. They're starting to pit in front. Where are they going to come out? I think Gasly's going to be way clear here. This is going to be the moment of truth, chat, as to in the next few laps in terms of, are we running in the points? Okay, Piastri is now right up behind, which is great, but I can't keep pushing on these tyres as much as I have been.
Back off. Copy.
Norris is still just outside of DRS range.
Last lap was a purple lap.
Tell you what, Norris getting fastest lap there, although Zhou behind him gets it immediately. I was about to say, getting that there without the what do you call it? Without DRS is mad. Okay, Perez is slotted in between. So Russell and Ocon are still yet to pit. Gasly is pitted and he's so far ahead. Oh my word. He is vibing. Driving clean air to save tyres command. The thing is, when you do that, you lose a lot of time. Especially on a track like this, driving in clean air means going off a racing line, which at a high-speed circuit, I'd argue, is much more important. Lando is a max-level driver in a slower car, IMO. I don't know if I can agree with that. I mean, he might be, but I don't think he's proven that yet. I feel like for Norris, his big moment in F1 was that kind of end of race at Austria, where he needed to kind of overcome the time penalty on Hamilton. But I don't think you can say that Lando is as good as Max Verstappen. I don't know what you could possibly base that on. Is Norris going to get him here? He is. Nice. Okay, so Ocon's pitted. Russell still hasn't pitted. Haas are going long on him. Oh, Ocon, don't do it. 3 wide. No, 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 no. It's so not right. What's happening here? This is not good. I've hit the wrong button there. We're back in the room. If Piastri can hang behind these guys, it'd be pretty good. Lando or Russell in the same car? I think probably for me, Lando. I feel like Russell has made... Russell, I'm a bit conflicted on Russell. But I just look at it, he's had lots of little incidents, like the one he had this weekend with Schumacher, where he just doesn't ever really seem to want to or volunteer to take accountability. And it kind of rubs me up the wrong way. Like, the fact he doubled down on the fact he felt like Schumacher had got in his way. Like, Schumacher in that situation has no need... Schumacher is racing like Norris. He doesn't have to move out the way. Like, Russell just slams into him because he thinks he's in a faster car, thinks that he should get, like, the place should just be given to him. Such a weird mindset. M. Jason, thank you so much for the full year. That is a long-ass time. And also, Azarif, did I say thank you? Did I miss your... If I missed yours, Azarif, I'm sorry. If I didn't, double shout-out to you. Thank you very much. Most drivers in the heat at the moment won't take responsibility. I mean, that I agree with, but then, obviously, he doubled down on it after the race. Like, does anyone actually look at that incident involving Russell and Mick and think that in any way, shape or form that was Mick's fault? Hamilton is worse. He never takes responsibility, man. That's just not true. That is just not true. Leclerc's gone wide and backed everyone up here. This is interesting. Hamilton literally after Zandvoort came out and apologised to his team and took responsibility for starting in the wrong mode for the restart and fucking up the restart. Hamilton also immediately apologised when he crashed this weekend into the wall. He was like, my bad, I fucked up. In fact, I'd say of all the drivers on the grid, he's probably one of the ones who does take responsibility more often than not. Mick is never in the wrong for anything, chat. That is the chat I know and love. Yeah, Leclerc's very good for it as well. Actually, in terms of if he makes a mistake, he'll hold up his hands in a minute. But I think suggesting that Hamilton is someone who never takes responsibility is just, I mean, it's just not true. Right, this is a weird situation because we've got a long-ass DRS strain. Leclerc went wide and backed everyone up. I mean, we're currently running in 5th and 8th. I kind of don't want to change anything, but I'm a bit worried. And maybe I shouldn't be. I'm a bit worried about our tyres.
Cancel lift and coast for now.
Because Norris had to pit so much earlier after he crashed.
Just look after this tyre set though.
He might tumble down at the end, and I'm not sure there's much we can do. What do I think about Max's outburst after quali? I mean, I'll be honest, I'd be f***ed off too. Like, in that moment, like, if you've been in that situation, I'm sure, at some point in your life, if you've ever played sport or done anything remotely competitive, you're in the moment, you're wired in, you feel like you're doing really, really well, and then something just interrupts your flow outside of your control. Like, Verstappen was on a mega lap, is my understanding, before, like, they hadn't fueled it enough, I think is what happened. I'll be honest, chat, I haven't seen the full qualifying, so I don't exactly know what happened. I did catch his little outburst, but, like, I'd be fucked off too. Doesn't make it all right, but at the same time, there's a difference between, I feel like, being in George's situation where he's complaining about crashing into Schumacher versus when it's legitimately something outside of your hands, when you're in a super high stress, high performance moment and you're like nailing it, and then you're just told, yeah, you need to stop. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like in the heat of the moment, like, drivers just say stuff all the time. It's like when Alonso said about Hamilton not knowing how to drive. And the drivers know that. That's why they kiss and make up so often. Like, there was the whole joke, wasn't there, about after the race, like, Alonso and Hamilton met up and, like, did the whole signed cap thing. I think there's just a big difference between being annoyed in the heat of the moment and then doubling down on something. Holy Fab, thank you so much for 4 months and resubbing for 1 month. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, September's over. We're in October. How is it October? Please tell me I'm not the only person who feels like that. How is it October? I don't like it. This is a long DRS train as well that we are part of with both of our drivers. But because we pitted earlier than most other people for the hards, I don't feel like I can have a go at just getting out of it. Claire is leading it. I think Danny Rick is faster. I think Danny Rick will get him here. Alfa Romeo is rapid also. If someone locks up in this corner here, we are going to have like a 10-car pile-up. It's almost 2023. I hate everything. I know we're in the distant future because Overwatch 2 comes out tomorrow. And that's a game I never thought would come out. Yeah, I think I've got to save Norris's tyres slightly here. Which is going to impact performance, but I don't have a choice. I mean, Zhou's right behind Vettel and Albon are a little further back. I don't think they've quite got the same speed in the McLaren or Alpha Tauri. What would you do here, chat? This is one of those situations where there's like part of me that is really tempted to push and go for it. But I also know that I can't really afford to go for it because we'll just get reeled in later. Especially on Norris. We had to pit so much earlier on Norris when he hit that wall. We kind of got lucky there wasn't a more severe kind of crash and there isn't any other damage. Pray for a safety flag. Smart. Yeah, how's her failing without me, chat? I feel sad. How you doing, by the way, Tubby Nesbitt? How are things? I just retire Norris TBH. Ignore the 2 next to my name. It's almost like we did a prediction on 2 drivers in the points. We got so lucky, didn't we, with the Magnussen-Bottas crash? That was kind of wild. I wonder if Norris hadn't hit the back of Behrman and Verstappen after they crashed going up the hill at Rouge. If it might have been possible for him to clear this traffic. Norris won't make it to the end. No, Norris will make it to the end. He's going to have to manage his tyres, but he will make it to the end. Did the patch change anything significant? It completely changed how tyres work. For the good thing. Like, the tyres have a significant performance difference. And over the course of their lifespan, their performance varies a lot more. It's been a bit weird at this race because it's a one-stopper at Spa. Like, it's kind of... It doesn't impact things as much, although it definitely does. Like, on the old patch, I would have felt pretty confident that if I get Norris to the end, he can stay in front. But in this situation where his tyre wear on the hard is like 20% worse than some of the drivers behind, I'm less confident that he can keep them behind towards the end of this race. And yeah, Alfa Romeo are flying at the moment. They're having a good time. I'm not having a good time. It's Norris dropping out of arse. Oh, he is. Lando. Oh, I have to push. I don't want to push. I don't want to push. I can't conserve the tyres. I think I've just got to leave it in neutral, otherwise we just get swallowed up. Zhou behind us is rapid as well. He keeps setting fastest laps. I take back what I said earlier about the McLarens not being quick. I was wrong. Telco TV, thank you for the 3 months. My Radon Planner poster seems awkward now. Oh my god, we've cheated. Don't question it. It's fine. Enjoying the F1 though, but missing Fjornir, not gonna lie. Thanks for the great content. Thank you, mate. I appreciate the kind words. I will be sharing the Fjornir save game very, very soon over on Discord for people who want to keep playing it. If you are one of the F1 watchers out there who knows what I'm talking about. I did install the Ghost Car mod. It's true. Hey, Chris, I'm doing very, very good, thank you. Very, very good. I've had a nice little holiday away. Just as a little reminder, I mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention it now during the stream. I won't be live tomorrow at this time. I will be live much earlier on in the day. If you're in the UK, I'm going to be live around 4 or 5 p.m. That is, if you're on the East Coast, around 11 a.m. to kind of midday. If you're in Australia, I think it's the middle of the night, 5 p.m. I'm sorry. Liverpool play at 8 o'clock in the football, so I want to stream before the football happens at 8. So the plan, I think, is to go live at 4 p.m, do a race or two. I don't want to overrun because I don't want to miss any of the football. Yeah, we're going to be live earlier tomorrow, so if you're an afternoon watch, if you're stuck at work, I'll help you get through the last hour of work. And if, for whatever reason, you can't make it, the VOD still exists. The VODs, they're still there. Right, I mean, if the race stops like this, it's fine. We kind of shafted Perez. When we drove through him, he lost a load of time. Don't question it. Oh my god. Who was that? Ocon's nearly gone into the back of Piastri. Our drivers are very close to each other now. They've not been this close all race.
Okay, that was a purple lap. I'll let you know if the situation changes.
Norris went fastest there, and Zhou immediately takes it back. Zhou is flying on these hards. Fair play. He might make up a few places towards the end if we can't make these tyres last. But yeah, I will be live earlier tomorrow. So just bracing you for it emotionally. I mean, it means if you get in from a hard night of work or day of work, you can just watch the stream VOD at the normal time if you want. Just pretend it's live. Hey, Owen, how's it going? I think this is okay now. I feel remarkably calm as things stand. How's Piastri making these tyres last? He's doing okay. He pitted at 2 laps later than the guys in front, and their wear is now the same, but that's expected. Hey, damn MCC, mate, thank you for the resub. How was my break? My break was really, really nice. Yeah, I went up with some friends who I grew up with. We used to do this thing, so years ago, we did this kind of weekend at a cottage once, like in the countryside of England, like 10 of us. Would have been like in our early 20s, and it's been something that we've done now for the last 5 or 6 years. And basically, it's a big get-together. It's me and a group of friends who I grew up with. It's now kind of expanded to +1s and stuff. This time around, I think we had 14 of us and a dog. Yeah, a good time. We just rent out like a big cottage, get a load of food in, lots of drink, and just have kind of a chilled out weekend of catching up with people. It's really nice to touch base. I feel like I'm kind of fortunate in that regard. There's lots of people, you know, don't really necessarily keep in contact with the people they kind of grew up with and went to school with, played football with, whatever it was. So I feel very fortunate that kind of my group of friends, like once a year, we just do this big weekend where we kind of all meet up. But yeah, it was a really, really nice chilled out time. Like, it's just a bit of an unwind, and because there's like limited internet access there, it's one of the few times a year where I can't be just sat on my phone working away, which is kind of nice because as a kind of social media influencer, like you feel like you're constantly having to check Twitter as part of your job and, you know, be reading comments and replying to stuff. And when suddenly you can't do any of that, it's remarkably refreshing. What breed of dog? It's a little spaniel called Freddy. Great name. Hey, Reese, thank you for some of the tier 1. I'm not sure why that hasn't appeared in my alert thing, but thank you, mate. I can see that it's come through. I appreciate you. Will I be up at 6 AM to watch Japan this weekend? Oh, is it actually 6 AM, the Grand Prix? I probably will be. I'm away this weekend as well, chat. It's non-stop at the moment at Work the Space HQ. I'm away this weekend, and then after that, I can actually chill out fully. And when I say chill out fully, I mean I can just be at home and not do a load of stuff. I don't know about anyone else. I love doing stuff on weekends and going out, but a few weekends of being away really takes it out of me. And I think it's going to have now been like 3 of the last 4 weekends. I've just been away multiple nights. Do I wake up for Mercedes Pain? I mean, Suzuka is one of my favourite tracks. I have such fond memories of waking up for the Japanese Grand Prix. So whether or not I wake up at 6 AM or whether or not I'm just still awake at 6 AM remains to be seen. Does anyone else know what I mean by when you just need time to recharge at home? Like, it's lovely when you go on holiday away and when you're just doing stuff at weekends. But sometimes it's just nice to have a few days where you're doing nothing in your own space. Like, you're not travelling anywhere. You don't feel like you have to rush around for loads of stuff. Like, my break this weekend just gone was wicked. But, you know, I did 6 hours of travelling on the Friday and 6 hours of travelling yesterday. So, like, the bit in between was lovely, but I feel tired from the travelling in between. Oh, Norris needs to stay in arse. But I need to save the tyres, chat. What do I do? I'll leave it in standard for a bit.
So pick up the pace.
Early stream after Japan. I'm away at the weekend, Waldo. I will not be able to stream after Japan. If I do stream next Sunday, it'll be in the evening. We call that a staycation. I need a staycation. I miss my own bed after 2 days. That is a mood, Reese. That is a mood. M. Jason's redeemed a hydrate. Thank you for keeping me alive. My bottle is empty. Chat, you're in charge. Take the wheel. Spicy Online, thank you for the resub. I'll be back. Amateur streamer forgets to fill up his water bottle. Right, we need some crashes to get Mick in the points. Don't say that. We don't need crashes. No crashes needed. As soon as I take Norris off conserve, he really does close the gap on Ocon.
Just look after this tyre set, though. Look after it.
How's our tyre wear? 14 laps left. How much wear have we been losing a lap? So there's, what, 14 laps left, 15 laps left. So in the last 15 laps, we've lost about 32%. So if we lose another 32, we are going to be marginal. I don't like it. I do not like it. It's going to be like 29% for the finish, I think, on Norris. I need to stay in conserve more if I can. If we can stay in touching distance, then conserve, it'd be ideal. Piastri's tyres are fine. They're nowhere near as marginal, but because with Norris, we had to... I've got to put him in standard here. Because we had to pit early when he damaged his wing.
You've got the margin to push.
We have to just kind of be careful. Oh my god. This corner is very buggy. I've never noticed it be this buggy before. I'm not going to complain. Hey, Loudon, I'm doing good, thank you. We are, yeah, we're with Williams. This is only our first season with Williams, but it's 4 years into the save game. On PC, you can mod the save files to move teams. So having won everything with Haas, having done America proud... we have moved over to Williams, who hadn't scored any points before this season. This is the 4th race of the season as well for people tuning in, but we've got a mod that shuffles the race calendar just to keep things fresh, so you can't really optimise your development around the same calendar every year. So yeah, Spa is the 4th race of the season. If I box, where do we come out? Like 15th. We can't box with Lando. It's just not worth it. But we are losing pace on these worn hards now, which is good. It's how it should be. It's one of the things the patch has done really well is kind of balance tyre wear and pushing. Lando is going to struggle here. I think we've got to bite the bullet on the fact I won't be able to keep in contact with these guys in front. Thing is, by deploying the DRS here, I'm just kind of causing us hurt down the line. I have a plan. It might not work. Chat, if I send Piastri to push, get in front of Leclerc and then hold everyone up, we can get Norris... Oh my god, what's happened? Someone's run wide? Oh, it's a back marker. Oh, we've just lost a place. Who is this? Bottas, you dingus. Get out the... What are you doing? What are you? You've ruined my race. You've ruined my holiday.
It's a race position gain.
I'm fine. Of course, Ocon gains a place in all of that. Right, the plan that I was about to have was that Piastri pushes ahead, tries to get in front of some people and holds them back for Norris. I don't even think that's worth going for now, to be honest.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
Oh, Lando's race has just been wrecked.
Let's back off.
I think we can still stay in the points here with Lando. Other people are going to feel the same hurt on tyre wear. And if one of these cars gets in front of us, I think with the more worn tyres, we'll be able to stay in touching distance more easily.
Back it out. Back it out.
Yeah, confirm.
Right. Not ideal. Can I not pit and push? I don't have fresh softs to go on to, I don't think. Because I started on... Yeah, I don't have any fresh softs. You're going to save about 1.6 seconds a lap. But with 12 laps left, you're not going to make up the time of a pit stop. Plus, you're going to have to get through the traffic anyway. Nah, it doesn't even make sense to pit. If I had fresh softs, I'd be tempted to do that with Lando, chat, but we don't have fresh softs. Fuel is close on both our drivers too here.
You're the fastest car on track.
How do you know how much time you'd make up if you switch to softs? It shows it. You can hover over, it tells you the lap time here. So, reckons we'd save 1.9 seconds a lap. But given how worn they already are, and the fact we'd have to get through a lot of traffic of cars that are very close to each other, all DRSing one another, I don't think it's worth the risk. We've got track position right now, and Vettel is like 3 seconds behind. Like, there's a good chance Perez gets us here with DRS. But that's kind of okay. Hey, Austin James, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate the love. How are you doing anyway, Loudon? How have your streams been lately, mate? Only I'm allowed to. Why would he beep? Why'd you... Checo behind, same lap time. I love the fact we get all these specific voice lines based on Red Bull. Because we've got both Red Bull's engineers. So we constantly get updates about Verstappen. It's like Max is in the pits. Checo's behind. 1.9 over 11 laps, 20.9 seconds. It'd be close. Yeah, but Reese, that doesn't account for getting through the traffic as making overtakes. That is if you're doing clean laps. Going awesome. Finished up season 1 with Haas going to finish 4th. Hey, nice. Can you send links to mods? I can't find any of them. If you go to r/F1 Manager mods on Reddit, it has them there. I have tweeted them out. I don't have the link to hand. I think we did set up a command for the mods. Chat, can you guys remember what the mods command was? I can't remember what... There's definitely a command that we did. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Spur right. Mod of the year. Yeah, if you go to that GitHub link, it has the mods there. There's a README file that explains how it all works. Alan Saurus, thank you for subbing with the Prime. Welcome aboard. Beating the alerts. I'm fast as hell. I'm almost as fast as Norris is right now. But thank you for the love, mate. I appreciate it massively. Okay, 10 laps left. I mean, if we can get 6th and 7th, that would be pretty mega. Also, I think Norris hold up Perez here whilst his tyres had the best of their life. Means he's not going to be able to catch up with Piastri, which is good for us. Piastri is starting to fall off these guys in front, I feel like. Can they make a mod that lets me swap my driver seats? I wouldn't be surprised if someone has come up with that. But the issue is if you swap your driver's seats, you'd also need to be able to swap the engineers. Did Gasly pit already? He did. The Alfa Romeo is a beast on this track and in this game. They ran medium hards. I think the medium hards were the play. Oh my god. Did anyone else just like... I don't want to say what I did, but don't use your imagination too much. I may have had kittens there. Oh my god, go around the outside. Are we going past Bottas again here? What's happening? We're not. Everyone's just holding each other up. Let's have a go. I've got to watch out for the fuel. Not that I've ever run out of fuel, of course. That would never happen. Can we get past Ocon? Can we get past Ocon?
Yeah, confirm.
Please. 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 Oh, we can't. Sadness. I mean, if these guys in front all want to crash, I won't complain. You know, Football Manager gods, F1 Manager gods. Praying to the wrong gods. Now I'm definitely not getting what I want. The F1 Manager mods, you know, if you want to... mods, gods. Help me. Words. I can't speak, chat. Send help.
Back off.
Copy.
You can swap engineers. I actually forgot you could just swap the engineers. Yeah, you can swap them any time, can't you? Because they have, like, this is literally a button for it. Okay, we're making it. I mean, these guys are all slowing each other up. Is the club, like, on older tyres than everyone else? Not really. He's just slow. I feel like Danny, Rick and Leclerc fighting is just backing them up into everyone else. Although this group are all pulling away from Perez still. At least they... Yeah, are they pulling away from Perez? I thought we were, but maybe we're not. The gap's 3 seconds now. It's quite a big gap. What happened to the Haas run? Mr. Couple Sessions. We won the championship with the driver and constructor, so we moved to Williams within the same universe. So this is the Haas universe, but we are with Williams. Who's locked up? Was it Pichère? Oh no, who crashed? Who was it? I think it was a Haas.
We've just had a spin.
It was Mick!
Let's take a look at the replay. Right,
Mick would never do anything wrong. Oh, okay. Pichère also unlocked up in front as well.
The car's just gone.
Oh, and then he... There's three of them all crashed at once. What's happening? I kind of wouldn't have minded a safety car.
Lift off.
It might have helped us.
Yeah, fine.
Zhou is right up behind Norris. As soon as we lose Perez, we are getting done. That was a mad turn one incident. I think it was Pichère locked up, and then there was a separate crash afterwards. Hashtag flush the poo. No, we don't flush the poo. Less of this whole flushing the poo nonsense. You guys make me sad. Are you winning, son? I'm almost winning. I can confirm I am almost winning. By which I mean we're in 6th and 8th, which is winning in Williams terms. How long a contract does Teo have? I think he's got a few years. But I want to bring Teo with me to Williams. I want to bring him home. We could have Teo and Piastri. They'll be like the Stink brothers. Ah, Norris has lost a lot of time here. Oh my god, these hards are still going to last a while.
Confirm.
No DRS here is going to suck. Don't do it, Joe. Don't do it. Please, no. Oh, Lando's getting done on this hill. Hello, darkness, my old friend. In a bit of a no-win situation with Lando here after we had to pit early. I mean, there is all action ahead. Okay, I thought Joe would be way closer than he was there. That's semi-promising, maybe? Oh my word, Perez is actually catching Piastri. Oh god, Piastri's tyres have hit some kind of cliff face. Did we not have DRS there? Chat, I don't like it. I don't like it. Right, we have deploy. Piastri, I kept your battery charged. Just go. Go. Hey, Waldo. Didn't realise my subscription had expired. I have 2 things to say. 1, hashtag flush the poo. 2, when is the next Mick cam? Never and never. But I appreciate the love, mate. I hope you're doing okay. Right, Piastri, we really need to get back in DRS range here, but we've got your favourite corner coming up. You know, the one where you like to drive through people. I need a good run out of this corner. I need a good run out of this corner. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. I'm fine. Okay, Piastri's back in DRS. I think. Yeah, he is. Comfortably back in DRS. Right. 6 laps left. He's on 53%. Norris's tyres have hit a cliff. We are just struggling for performance. Definitely feels like the better strategy is to run less aggressive on the hards. Who's crashed?
It looks like quite a big accident, yeah.
Who's crashed? Confirm! Why is there no safety car?
I think that was a crash.
Oh, it was Kevin Magnussen.
Okay, so there we
Kevin.
have the Alpine.
Kevin.
Clearly, something went very
Kevin bloody Magnussen. What a bloke. What a bloke. Piastri's right up behind now. Everything's fine. Right, six laps, chat. We're in 6th and 8th. If we hold these, I'll be happy. But Norris is getting hunted down by a hungry Joe. And Russell's tyres are really fresh behind. So are Albon's. How close are they? Oh, they are. There's a train behind us. This is not good. Lando is going to need to defend like a lion. It's not looking good. I mean, Oscar has a bit of life in his tyres. I don't want to say it too loudly. But there is a little bit of life in these tyres.
Cancel lift and coast for now.
Copy.
Don't expect us to get an overtake done, but if we could charge up for a little push at the end, I'm all for it. Lando is a weak gazelle. He has got that feeling, hasn't he, of being hunted down. Well, what's from George's point of view here? Is this the start of the Williams transition, or have I missed a stream? You've missed 2 streams, O'Curley. At the start of last week. They will both be on YouTube in the next 2 days. But we are in the same save game at Williams. We are currently on board with Russell. Oh, Norris is getting done here because he doesn't have DRS. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. No! No! He just can't keep up. The tyres. The tyres, chat.
with a great overtake.
I need a safety car. That is an indicator for you to crash here, Piastri. You're still in an okay spot.
Use your battery.
But I need a safety car, chat.
We are free fuel now.
Yeah.
No worries, Curly. Take it easy. Yeah. I don't like it, chat. I don't like it. Dancy, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for the 2 months. Oh, my word. Right, okay, chat. We need to remain calm. Also, 69, 6th for 9th. Grow up. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I can't really push Norris here at all. He's got Russell behind him who's setting the fastest laps. Don't like it. What happened to Haas? We moved teams, Ben. We moved teams. We have, at the end of the season, we'd won everything, so we elected to move teams. We're in the same save game universe. Russell and Pichera are still at Haas, but we have gone to Williams, who have never scored points.
5 laps to go. Okay.
5 laps to go. 49%. Norris is at 40%. His tyres are going to go below 30, I think, before the end. I mean, Tsunoda's tyres are wrecked as well, so silver linings. It's not just us struggling at the death, but this is bad. Do I do F1 Fantasy? I set a team up at the start of the year and I haven't touched it since. I've never really clicked with F1 Fantasy in the same way I do with like fantasy football. I always feel like F1 Fantasy is a bit like kind of putting a square peg in a round hole. It's like something that I don't think actually works that well for F1, but they kind of just do it because it exists for other sports. I don't know if people agree with that or not. Like, I don't know. I've just never been able to click with F1 Fantasy in the same way I do with other fantasy kind of games. I haven't touched my team since France. People saying they're the same as me. I will do after this race. I can only assume I'm doing rubbish. I mean, if we can stay behind Joe and just get a toe to the end, I'm okay with that. Do I push with Piastri here or do I accept what we've got? I kind of want to push. I want to have a go. It's fun. Thing is, everyone's got DRS on everyone here, so it's going to be very difficult to get a move done. Unless they all mess up each other's lines. Hey, Whitey, how's it going? It's going good here. It's going good. This is here for the first race. We will be doing another race afterwards. You know what the best thing is about shuffling the calendar, chat? I have no idea what the next race is. Not a Scooby-Doo what the next race is. It's a mystery.
Simply lovely.
Did Lando just get Joden? Oh my word. Lando! The man doesn't care if his tyres are wrecked.
And a new position.
Also, Piastri won't get a move done in this section.
Let's back off.
Copy.
We'll have to get it done on the hill.
No, just be recharge off when you're ready.
You think it's Monaco? Oh, I hope you're wrong. I feel like it's not Monaco because I remember us having all like 5 street circuits back to back. I'm pretty confident it's not Monaco. I could be wrong. But if I remember correctly, Monaco is at the end of a big run of all the street circuits back to back. Like, we've run a randomized calendar, and I think it's like all like Miami, Baku, Singapore, then Monaco. I think it's Imola. Imola rings a bell because I remember looking at it and going, "Oh, that's not really moved." Wait, but did we do Imola last race? I think we did Imola last stream. This is the 4th race. I think Imola was the 3rd race. We'll find out together, chat. It's all part of the mystery. 3 laps left. Lando's tyres are, technical term, fucked. They're not good. Also, Piastri is a little way back here. Did he get DRS? We'll find out in a mo. Okay, he did get DRS. Look at that tyre wear for Piastri. He's not very good at looking after his tyres, is he? I wonder if the double points will actually be for the last race or for Abu Dhabi. I believe they'll be for the last race because it does. My understanding is off the weekend itself. Our fuel is so marginal. Tyres are overheating. Sorry, mate. You got to push. Carry pace through these last few corners, super aggressive. 2 laps left, chat. 2 laps left. So what, Perez is right behind Piastri. No one like that. Oh, we're not in DRS range either. Oh my god. That was not fun. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't like it, chat. I don't like it. Oh, Norris is still ahead of Zhou and Co. That sounds like a company. Zhou and Co. Alright, come on, Lando! Lando, give us a wave! Lando, give us a wave!
We are low fuel now.
What do you mean low fuel?
Probably. So just lift and coast.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Is everyone else okay? Right, Lando, I think you can actually go aggressive to the end here.
Let's push.
At least everyone else is losing time now.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Confirm.
This is high stress. Oh my god, look at Piastri's tyres. Look at them. He pitted at the same time as these guys. In fact, he pitted a lap later.
Cancel lift and coast for now. Cancel lift and coast for now.
Gasly's been Gasly's out having a good time, isn't he? Gasly's just having a good time. Lando, defend, my friend. Please don't rain now. Why is it getting cloudy? Oh my god. Every lap we do that. Every lap. Oh my god, it's in the red again.
It's back into the lift and coast.
Everything's fine.
Lovely.
Everything's fine. I'm calm. Gasly must be having the time of his life at the front. Imagine being in his situation.
So think about the liftoff.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to watch from Russell's point of view.
Final lap. Final lap.
Can we defend? I don't like it. Chat, I don't like it. Is Russell still ahead? He's still ahead. The fuel, chat, on Piastri. The fuel. It's at 0. It's going to be fine. Everything's fine.
Back off.
And he's going to neutral as we have a tiny bit left at the end. Oh my god, it's too stressful. I can't look. What have I got myself into? If I lower this, I think it'll help with the fuel. It's in green. It's green. It's green. It's going to be fine. What have I done, chat? Well done. You've won, Gasly. Oh my god, are we going to hold on? No, it's back in the red.
And it's Gasly.
Please.
Over the line, and today's winner.
Don't run out of fuel. 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 Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Great drive.
Flag.
It was never a worry. 6th and 8th. That's a really good race. We really benefited from that crash at the start, though, between Bottas and Magnussen. Oh, my word. That was...
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
I didn't enjoy that.
Nice job, everyone.
Nice job, everyone. Agreed.
Nice job.
Agreed.
Violated.
That was a bit stressful, wasn't it? That was a bit closer comfort. I did not enjoy that. Piastri made 7 places there. Ocon made 5 as Sainz made 4. Lando lost 2. I'm fine. Look at that. Bottas Verstappen came out, just lost so many places with that crash. 4 points, and Piastri gets 8. Tell you what, Mick could never chat. Mick could never. Mick fans in the mud. Tom28, Tom, thank you so much for the whole year of being subbed. I forgot to give Doohan practice, didn't I? I'm an idiot sandwich. Mickey 1 point. True. Mickey 1 point indeed. Right, Piastri point. It's going in smoothness. The man is a great driver. He has the smoothness of... I don't know what. Chat, what does he have the smoothness of? What is not smooth? He has the smoothness of sandpaper. That sounds awful. And same with Doohan. Doohan's quick. Doohan is a really good backup driver, but 52 smoothness. It's not good. Low rear wing stock. Who's been crashing the rear wing? The next race is Spain. Now, Spain was really, really busted before the update, wasn't it, for one-stopping? So it'll be interesting. This will be a good race, actually, to maybe run a one-stopper and see how it goes compared to previously. Our car is absolutely awful for Spain. What are we developing? Oh, we're developing a lot. The smoothness of a shark. A shark smooth chat. I've never stroked a shark. Shocking confession from me. I've never petted a shark. Okay, the ATR period's reset, but our stuff isn't finished being done yet, so that's completely irrelevant. I'm a little bit worried that this is going to be a bad race for us. Because I think, have people brought upgrades as well? Actually, I don't think it's got worse there, but it was already very bad. You know what? Getting guys into Q2, that's fine as an aim. Shark skin is tiny teeth. Is it actually? Have people petted sharks? Is this like a normal thing that I'm just missing out on, chat? All of you are talking like mutually about, oh yeah, petted sharks, do that all the time. Right, we're going to put Doohan in. What do we do for the prediction? Should we do a who out qualifies who out of Piastri and Lando? Should we do that prediction?
Today has already
Let's go for that, Spur, right? Who will out qualify the other? Piastri's up in third. I mean, to be fair, the practice sessions in this game are kind of random AF. Moderate rain. I hate rain. I hate rain. I hate rain. Does anyone else hate rain? I hate rain. Wet qualies are not fun. Right, chat. Prediction is live. Who qualies higher? Who's going to do better? I'm going to update the engine on both guys. Spain isn't really a great track to take these, but needs must because that engine is bad. Oh, God. I'm glad I checked this stuff because I'm going to take some new bits everywhere. Maybe I'll give Piastri a new gearbox as well. Then they've had the exact same new parts and no one can say it's biased. Yeah, it's gonna be rainy. So who knows what's gonna happen. The rain in Spain. Finish the sentence, chat. The rain in Spain. What next? Is Spain one stop fixed? I think so, Pramod. We're gonna find out today. The rain in Spain causes me pain. The rain in Spain gives Jack pain. I hope it bloody doesn't. The rain in Spain makes Mick crash again. That's my favourite. That gold star for that one. That was good. Jack, you should split your CFD, MAU, and wind tunnel hours into just 2 research projects or one at a time. I usually do that anyway, Rob. Right. Chat, predictions live. Prediction is live. You've got a few minutes left to get in your stuff, but I'm going to get ready to send the drivers out. I feel like in general Spain is not, it's not my favourite track. Oh, it's going to be dry now and then it's going to rain. Right, just go. Go, 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 go. Get out now before it rains. Oh god, they've set out next to each other. Why does it do this? Look at this. Why, lads? Why? Does anyone else get excited since the update watching cars get out the way? Like, it's not perfect, but it's like infinitely better than it was. Have people noticed how much better the AI is at getting out the way? Please don't block me after I've bigged this all up. You melon. I mean, actually, that's still not lost us that much time. Compared to what we had before, you very rarely have quali laps that are completely wrecked. Can you change teams without mods? No. The mod itself only it runs on the save file. Oh, you were asking for advice rather than giving it. Oh, you were saying should you? Sorry, Rob. Question marks are important, folks. But should you? I think it depends on the team. I think in general, big upgrades can be very, very good.
Looks like quite a big accident.
Vettel's just crashed. You dingus, Vettel. Is he out? He's out. Vettel is out the session. 2 crashes in quali already today.
We've had a crash. Let's see what happened there.
What happened here?
It was the AlphaTauri driver involved.
It's not even raining yet.
That crash was terrible news.
That was actually a quite good crash. How was that? Should we give credit? I feel like, you know, we laugh at the game sometimes when the crashes look a bit janky.
We do see some veins.
That was a good crash. Good crash. Round of applause for the crash. That's a weird sentence to say. We don't need to go out again here. It's raining. It's raining hard. People are not going to set better times than us between now and the end of the race, this session. I mean, Behrman's up in 5th. Behrman might make it out this session. Anyone who's not gone out yet is about to get absolutely shafted. Chat, this might be a really weird qualifying. Because this track is not getting... Well, actually, it will get a bit drier, mind you, I think.
I think the rain might be cleared.
How much is it going to dry out now? Oh, we're not going out here because we set times in the dry. This is going to be a weird session. Where's Mick? Mick's in 11th. Chat, I don't want to alarm anyone. Mick could make out a quali. He could do it. This could be his moment. Come on, Mick. Come on. I agree, White Lambo, about the AI needing adjustments in the rain. There is a hotfix coming this week, which I think is going to tweak it slightly. So I'm cautiously optimistic about that. Come on, Mick! I mean, they're not going quick, are they? Look at that time difference between like Albon, who squeezed in a time on the dry track, and then the guys who set wet times. Come on, Mick. Come on! 9th. That might not be good enough, because the track's drying. Is he going to stay in there, chat? Come on, Mick. Hold on. Please. No! Pacher's out as well. All is fine with the world. Valtteri Bottas being out's kind of mad. Where was Valtteri last race? He like started in the top 4, right? Ocon and the other Mercedes finished 3rd. Right, okay, it's dry again. Have people noticed how between quali sessions the track can go from wet to dry very quickly? No rain this session. Behrman made it! Oh my word. What a day for Oliver Behrman. Is it Oliver Behrman? Or have I just given him a first name? It might not be Oliver Behrman, but I've decided it's Oliver. Oliver Behrman is a strong name. I will say Piastri's right behind him here, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Times are coming in. Okay, good times. I don't think we need to go out again. I think... I feel I might be getting a bit carried away here. I think we're going to... It smells like promotion, is what I'm saying. Considering that like pre-race our rankings were bad, I mean, I think lots of people blocked one another there. I kind of want to save tyres for the race. We'll go on the same set again when we go out again. It is Oliver. Oh, happy days. Good guess, Jack. I feel like somewhere in the back of my mind I knew that. Do you ever have that moment where you kind of guess something but you think you maybe know? But you couldn't say with any degree of certainty that you knew? That was me right there. It just sounds like a strong name, Oliver Behrman, doesn't it, really? Right, where are we? Piastri. Last corner. Someone spun. Who's spun? Who's ruining quali for everyone else? Okay. Piastri didn't improve. Ah.
Let's have a look.
Ah.
So this was the Aston Martin.
Ah.
And this.
That's ruined a Ferrari lap. Was that Leclerc's lap that got ruined? I think it must have been. I think Leclerc's out, chat. I think Leclerc's out. Is the FM code for Steam, or can we get a PS5 one? I'm afraid, Liv, it is just for PC. Leclerc is out. Wow, this has been a mad quali for, like, crazy people going out. Leclerc's out. George Russell's out. Nothing new there. Tell you what, Albon's been getting outperformed by Guan Yu Zhou so consistently. Hey, cousin Cal. I'll tell you not stream for a week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, to be fair, it was only 5 days. This is the second race of the evening, Paul. Alright, let's get into Q3. So who's going to out-qualify who? I didn't think we were going to have a very good session here. Just based on our car stats. But right now things are looking kind of okay. Dare I say.
Ready, okay.
Kind of okay, dare I say.
Yeah, all good.
Piastri's got this in the bag. I'd like to see Piastri out-quali Norris. Norris kind of did him over last race. We've got 2 sets of softs. I'm tempted to use them both in this session. Then try one-stoppers with both cars. I'd like to see if the one-stopper is kind of no longer OP at Spain. I used to be crazy. Oh yeah, Kevin's it. Kevin's done very well in the Alpine, I feel like. Other than when he crashes like twice last race. Is there an FM code for Epic Games? No. I'm afraid it's just Steam. Why would anyone have Epic Games over Steam? Am I out of touch? Is there anyone here who doesn't use Steam and does use Epic? I feel like maybe that's a generational thing. Like, I have both, but I'd never get something on Epic over Steam. Unless it was exclusive to the platform. And equally, I can't imagine being in a world where you don't have a Steam account, but you have an Epic Games account. I use Epic for the free games. Love the free games. Piastri's ahead, chat, after the first runnings, but they're going to go again. I actually have, like, a 3-letter name on Epic Games, because I set up my Epic Games account to play a game called Paragon. Did anyone here ever play Paragon? It was like a Mowbray third person. It was a bit like Smite. That's probably the best way of describing it. If you've ever played Smite. It was a very rogue game that they binned off very quickly and focused on Fortnite. Okay, Piastri and Norris are on track. Can either of them improve? They're both on fresh softs. We're going as high as we can here. We're way off the pace of Verstappen. But I feel like most people here must have got blocked. Right. Are you nervous, chat? Is everyone else on fresh? Everyone else is... well, no. Verstappen's on fresh. Gasly's on fresh. Magnussen's on fresh. Zhou's on fresh. We should not be quick at this track. I don't know why we're so quick compared to like the prediction kind of thing. Safety car with 9 laps left, fresh off some Pichet. Got me second place on my second season with Williams. Hey, nice. Damn it, Dutch. Yeah, Paragon was fun. I'm actually excited to try out Overwatch 2 tomorrow night after the Liverpool game. I played so much Overwatch 1. I tweeted out a screenshot today of how much I've played. Also, Piastri is not going faster here. And Norris went faster in the first sector. I wonder why Piastri's gone slower here. On fresh tyres. Any improvement? No. Can Norris improve, chat? This could be very, very close. Needs a good final sector for the believers. Can Lando do it? No! 8 thousandths of a second. That is wild. 8 thousandths. Is that the session done? I think that is that. That is a... I'll tell you what, second and third there. I'm not sure how we've managed that with our car, but we'll take it. How do I feel about our mobile phone info required for Overwatch 2? It's been a standard of multiplayer gaming for years. Like, to have prime matchmaking on CSGO, you've had to use a phone. Like, the most recent COD beta, you had to use a phone. Like, I feel like having phones tied to your video games, I don't really see why that's a big deal. I understand it. I believe there's some limitations on the kind of phone contracts that can be linked, which is shitty and unfortunate. But ultimately, if it creates a better gameplay experience in terms of less smurfs, less people just, you know, making ults to troll on or ruin new players' experiences, I think that's only really a good thing.
Nothing short of spectacular. Now let's see if they can repeat that for today's race.
Thank you, Pastry Man. Is that what you guys refer to Piastri as, the Pastry Man? Hey, DRG Games, I'm doing very good, thank you. Oh, a dry race. Right, chat. Like, pre-patch, the one-stop was busted here. But looking at the tyre wear, I don't even think you could do a one-stopper if you wanted to. I mean, you could, but it's just not going to be good. I used all my softs, didn't I? I used all my softs. You reckon Lando can one-stop? I'm not sure he can. The new patch has really made it so, like, as soon as, even though the line is like the cliff face, like, even before this, you start to lose a lot of performance. Like, running tyres below, like, 45%, I think, is not great now. Do I go mediums? Have I got fresh mediums on both? I have. So I'm kind of tempted to go medium, soft, medium. Which is a bit rogue. But I don't want to be in a situation where... I think this is a better strategy. I think. In terms of, if you go medium, and then a safety car happens, like, you're kind of a bit shafted because you've got to go onto the softs or the hards. Whereas if you go medium softs, you then can go either mediums again, or if it's a little bit early, go onto the hards. But maybe I should split the strategy and see which is best. I feel like that's sometimes good to do. I think I'm going to split it. I feel so conflicted on Overwatch 2. On the one side, I really want to play it. On the other side, it's Activision/Blizzard. Oh, don't get me started on Bobby Kotick. I think I kind of agree with you, Wolfwood. It's really tricky, right, when it comes to any form of media where shitty people are involved. But I think it's important to remember, and this might be a take that people don't necessarily agree with, but I look at it like other kinds of media, like literature with kind of JK Rowling and stuff, where I don't want to financially support people who hold really, really shitty views and are just shit people. But at the end of the day, like, if if you apply that logic to everything, unfortunately, almost every single company has bad people in it. And I think it's important to remember that there are good, passionate people whose livelihoods depend on whatever it is being consumed. And you should not sacrifice your enjoyment of something for that. And it's easy to say that, and obviously a lot of it comes down to how you really morally feel on things. But for me personally, I think you have to sometimes detach the artist from the art and realise that they make up a very small part of what that thing is. So like with Activision Blizzard, with Overwatch, there are loads of passionate game devs, people who I know, friends of mine, who work at that company. I've been pouring their heart and soul into that game for 3 years. And maybe that clouds my judgment slightly, but even with something like Harry Potter, I completely understand why people want to boycott certain things. And if that is what they feel they have to do to make a stand, I kind of get it, and I understand that. But at the same time, I think you have to remember with any kind of a large-scale product, there are passionate people behind it whose livelihoods depend on it. And if it's something that you enjoy, I think sometimes it's important to detach the bad from it, because there is often a lot of good there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like for me personally, there's like different movies. It's like when... It's like in retrospect when some allegations come out against an actor or a director or whatever it is. It's like, can you then go back and enjoy that old movie that they were part of again? I think sometimes when it's an actor, it's more difficult. But if they're, say, you know, someone who's behind the scenes, you never see them, should that mean that you can't enjoy a thing that you've been mega passionate about ever again? The driver numbers don't matter, Beige Potato. Did we do a prediction here? I don't think we did a prediction yet. I think we go for a prediction on will both drivers get on the podium. But at the same time, like, that's kind of my viewpoint when it comes to media. I wouldn't knock anyone who chooses to boycott stuff, and if that is kind of how you feel like you can make an impact, I can only respect that. I get it. My concern is that at the end of the day, like, in all walks of business, in all companies, there are shit people. And whilst you are supporting, debatably, them by consuming their media, something that they own, so they have a stake in, equally, there are really decent people behind that make those things who haven't done anything wrong. And sadly, they're trapped between a rock and a hard place in terms of, you know, they can't just leave their job and move around based on shit people, and as a consumer, you kind of have a very similar thing. It's tricky, though. Right, chat, prediction is live. Will both drivers get on the podium? They are both starting second and third. We showed good pace before, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult to do it in the race. We'll see how we get on. Alta Piastri's first stint could be a few laps longer. I don't think it will be. My thinking here with Piastri is, if anything, I will move this latter shift sooner, and if he eats through this medium quickly and then the softs quickly, I can go on hards to the end. I get it, Wolfwood. I get it. It's really shit, isn't it? Like, especially in, it feels like more and more in the last few years. Well, clearly it's existed forever. It's just more public now, and people know about it more, and people have been given voices, which I think is great. That there is so much that is just kind of fucked up with the entertainment industry, with pretty much every industry to an extent, and it sucks when you feel conflicted about enjoying something you want to enjoy because of the people involved in it. Hey, Tom GSP, do you think the game's a bit too easy? It was before the patch, Tom. It definitely isn't now. The game is a lot harder. Jimmy, I'm not going to talk about what Bobby Kotick did. You can go look at it online. It is really heinous, shitty stuff. But he harbored, I don't, you know what, for some people it's going to be very triggering, because I'm not even going to bother talking about it. It's a topic that, you know, when we're talking about the consequences of it, I think it's a little bit easier to talk about, but the ins and outs of it, I'm not going to talk about here. Harder, second and third the Williams. You got to remember, Larger Croc, we're 4 years in the future here. Right, let's start. Did we do the prediction? I assume we did the prediction. I got sidetracked.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like one of the oldest races.
I didn't set up the driver instructions. I didn't set up the driver instructions.
Spanish Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
All right, can we get a good start here? The answer is a resounding no.
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
Confirm.
If we can get ahead of Verstappen with one of our with both of our drivers, then hold him up, that would be the dream.
Use your battery.
Copy.
Can we use a mod to rename a regen driver Frost? You can rename regen drivers. I'm not going to be doing that. I just read Magnussen's in 4th. That scares me. Kevin behind us could end a disaster. This is not going to be fun. Hey, Danderman, mate, thank you so much for performance. Hey, Jack, glad to see the continued success of F1M here, and also thanks for helping me just before uni. Everything is great. Also, any update on when Fuel Nil will be public? Much love. This week sometime, Dan, is the plan. I've been away for the weekend, so I'm a little bit behind on everything. There are new gens in this game, Clarky. They're entirely unique and new. And Piastri just got past Verstappen. If I can get Norris past Verstappen and hold him up, that gives us our best chance of getting first in this race, because our raw race pace is not as good as some of these other cars. Oh my word, has Verstappen just gone wide? Oh my word, what is he doing?
You're looking good at the moment. You've got the margin to push.
Confirm.
I'll leave Piastri on push. Did Verstappen not go wide there? I didn't see a highlight thing come up there, but he went wrong.
Copy.
Gemma, I don't know why you're spamming so many questions, but it's nice to see you here. Do they have regen faces too? They have them on the profile. They don't have them in the game. Right, this is now time for Lando. I was going to say, to try and hold up Max. That has not gone to plan. I'll be honest. It's not ideal. Lando, if you could get past him, it would be good. I hate everything. I hate Max Verstappen. At least he's 2 seconds behind. Also, I've left hold-up cars behind on. I feel like when you have that setting on and get overtaken, it should pop up with something just to remind you that you had it on.
DRS enabled.
Lambiase sounds so similar to Horner to me. I do know what you mean. He does sound very Horner-like. Is the Aston Martin driver regen? No, Behrman is a real junior driver. I think he's in F3 at the moment, not F2. Did he win F3? He literally won F3. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I realise I left Piastri's battery on there.
Yeah, all good.
3 seconds ahead, though, is decent. If we could get ahead of Magnussen by a second, that would be very useful. What year is this? This is season 4, so this is 2025? Yeah, 2025. Can we get by here? DRS would be massive if we could get by here. Maybe around the outside? And they go Lando. I haven't actually checked what tyres everyone else is on yet. Yellow flag set to 1. Who's had a moment? Is it Vettel again? I feel like it's always Seb spinning, unless it's
Yellow
Mick.
flag in front, yellow
Oh,
flag.
it's Mick!
Here's the replay.
Mick!
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher. That
You
looked like a
donkey.
nasty spin.
I don't want to say he's a bad driver, chap. Yeah, I'm not going to say that aloud, but we are all kind of thinking it. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Fantastic work.
Update
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
All right, Lando, if you could now hold up Verstappen a little bit, you are going to be doing Piastri a favour. Everything's fine. Kev's doing really well. This Alpine car, I think, is really quick, but Tsunoda's not so good. It's interesting to see. You can tell the grid is very close, chat, in terms of like car pace, because the teams are so separated from one another. Like, you look at where the Alpine drivers are, you look at where the Alfa Romeo drivers are. Who's just spun now? Oh no, who is it? Who is it? Name and shame them. Is it Mick again, or is it Tsunoda? Tsunoda in the chicane. Speaking of Benman, does anyone else feel like young drivers take forever to improve? They literally improve by 2 to 3 overall max per season. I agree, Kagan. I think they need to look at the overall development of drivers a little bit. Right, can Norris hold up Verstappen here? Just buy Piastri time. I think overall driver development needs to be worked on a little bit more, but in general, you don't see many new drivers coming onto the grid because they just don't improve enough. And I think they actually improve more quickly by being a reserve driver than actively racing in F1, which is a wee bit bizarre. But I definitely think that is something that is on. Oh my god, Kevin! Kevin's joined the party with his 90 billion overtaking. I had this moment with another stream, but look at Lando. He's at like 1.31 XP, but shares at like 1.63 when he's 22, so they can develop longer. But I think in general, damn it, Dutch, it just needs to. They need to just change the curve. I think the argument that it works out to be the same in the end isn't a very good argument for it being fine. Well, to be honest, drivers don't go from 0 to 100 in 3 years. That's true, but equally, drivers like Max Verstappen join the grid when they're 18 and smoke everyone on the grid. And within 2 seasons, are a #1 driver in an established team. I think ultimately, the driver development curve needs to be modified more. Like, it seems like a lot of the drivers develop. There's very few drivers that start with a high current ability to begin with, but a lower ceiling. Well, I guess drivers don't really have a ceiling. But yeah, the development system is just very... It feels like it was one of those things which they were like, oh crap, we have to do this now. And they kind of set it up in a bit of a hasty rush. Just something that worked functionally, but wasn't necessarily the best system. I'll tell you what, Norris is gaining Piastri so much time here. We're having a great time holding them up. We went motor racing. I mean, Magnussen's up 2 places. Magnus is having a great old time. Cover Safina, chat, with your hands. I don't want it. This doesn't help it block it for you guys. What happened to Haas, chat? We moved teams, Clegg, but within the same save game. Who's just spun? Ocon? Ocon has spun. That is awkward. Yeah, we are in the same save game as Haas, but we've moved teams within it. Norris has now earned Piastri 5 seconds here. This is very good. You can't move teams ordinarily, Clegg, but with the power of mods, you can edit your save file. Yeah, but name another driver besides Max in the last 8 years that did that. I'd argue like Lando came in with a very high ceiling to begin with, and the same with Leclerc. Certainly they were drivers who were... Okay, that's not good. Certainly they were drivers who were kind of, you know, very good drivers within their teams. Much better than the mid kind of drivers are now. I'm very defensive of this game for certain things, but I definitely feel like the game, in terms of driver development, is severely lacking. And I don't think it's actually that defendable, I'm afraid to say. Like, the reality is in game, we are 4 years into the future here. There are 2 drivers not currently on the F1 grid in the game. They are Pichot, who I signed and promoted early, and Oliver Behrman. If you're going to tell me that in 4 years' time, 18 of the 20 drivers currently on the F1 grid will still be on the F1 grid, I mean, you can't tell me that with a straight face. And the reason for that is the development system means that the AI doesn't pick up younger drivers or promote them because they don't develop quick enough. Piastri too, yeah. Well, he's a reserve driver anyway, and I have signed him. Ultimately, the AI in the last 3 years has signed 1 new driver. I was kind of counting Piastri because obviously in real life he's on the grid now. Do the drivers get worse? No, there is no declining in the game. They get to a point where basically they just stop developing. They have like basically drivers have a developer multiplier, and that is a value that is applied to actions they do during a race. So if you do loads of overtakes, you get like a score, and then that is multiplied by your developer multiplier. I mean, at the moment, development, I think the only things you get development points for are just overtakes and defends, as opposed to other, like, in-game actions. Yeah, I agree with you, Kagan. Like, I think I'm glad that they didn't take priority over other stuff. But longer term, the driver development definitely needs, like, a little bit of work on it. We managed to get Piastri so much time over Verstappen. Definitely is going to open up a few different options for us with Piastri, which is good. How many years do you think it would take to have none of this year's grid on your save on the grid? I have no idea, but I'd probably over 20. Given the fact that Alonso is driving in game until he was 43, I could see a world where you have some of the youngest drivers currently in F1 just driving to their 40s.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Right, Lando. It's me, Jack. You need to push harder.
So pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Yep, confirm.
Williams in P1 is just the 90s. Not quite. It's 2025? 2025? Yeah, 2025 in game. I don't think Norris can catch Verstappen, but if we can stay ahead of Magnussen by a second, that would be nice. Magnussen having DRS and all that overtaking that we gave him is going to be painful. He's right behind. Also, Verstappen has taken 0.8 out of Piastri on that last lap, I think. Yeah, actually it was 0.4, but that was just the last lap difference in time. We are not as fast as that Red Bull. Norris bought us time over Verstappen, but I don't think it's going to help us too much in the long haul. Did they change the AI in regards to quality too? I see them going out way earlier now. I'm not sure, damn it, Dutch. I've definitely noticed myself that there are teams that will cross the start-finish line to register their final lap before the session finishes. So they definitely do send them out earlier. But that does happen a little bit in real life, but I think it might have swung too far the other way. I wonder if it's a knock-on effect from them trying to space out the grid more to eliminate blocking. If that is the case, I'm kind of okay with it. But it is a bit strange. I'm scared as we watch Magnussen about him just crashing into the back of Lando at some point, chat. I mean, I kind of need him to get past Lando. I've been pushing Lando on his tyres hard.
Just look after this tyre set, though. Look after it.
Which I don't love. Kevin, if you want to go by, I'll let you by, mate. Have I still got hold-up drivers on? I haven't. Just go past us, Kevin. I just need some help. Fun fact, did you know that Kevin De Bruyne has never won a Player of the Month award? I didn't know that. Okay. Magnussen has got past us, but now we just get DRS behind him.
Alpine just advanced.
Magnussen will probably crash before long anyway. Hey, Shawnee, mate, thank you for the 4 months. Just right. Woo! I hope that was an acceptable woo. I did put my heart and soul into that woo. Wait, has Magnussen got... Okay, no, Magnussen just got overtaken by Norris. They're kind of squabbling at the front and causing a DRS strain. Which I don't love, but it's fine. Alright, the question is... Everyone's on mediums, right? Oh, okay, few people have gone soft, so they're going to go soft, medium, mediums. Those guys in the softs might pit in the next few laps. Was there a big group of them? Okay, when they all pit, that will probably give us a window to pit into, which is nice. Hey! Marcy, thank you very much for gifting out 2 subs to MPB and Pat. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you. Was that too good or a woo? Sorry. I want another yar, chat. Did anyone else want another yar? Play the yar. What? It's like food for my soul. Tell you what, Norris and Magnussen are just causing this train to get bigger by squabbling for third. The prediction is for them to come third though, so I kind of need to take it seriously. Chat, I wish I could do that yar on command. I can't though. I've tried so much. MPB, thank you for paying your taxes to G. Yeah, Max is quicker. I mean, Max's car is just faster, sadly. He's probably going to get us here with DRS before long. But, yeah, Max was quickest in the race. The only reason he was so far behind is because we backed him up. I'm having a blueberry yogurt whilst watching, by the way. I thought you'd love to know. Chat, is anyone else having a yogurt? If you're not having a yogurt whilst watching the stream, are you actually doing this stream correctly? I've emotionally prepared for the fact that Verstappen's getting past Piastri here. Well done, Max. You've won. Can Piastri get him back in DRS? No. But to be honest, if we could just harvest behind him, that's probably okay.
Recharge on.
Magnussen is still in 4th. Norris is still in 3rd. Gasly and Magnussen are fighting. Run, Norris, run! Okay. This is fine. We might get overtaken by Magnussen here. As long as 2 cars don't get us, I'm okay with that. Are any of the guys on softs pitted yet? They haven't. Zhou's down on 44%. They must pit this lap, right? I wonder if they're going to go soft hards and try and one-stop. That'd be mental. I think they must be going softs, mediums. I've got an IV of yogurt going into my veins. I can believe that, poorly drawn Arsenal. I can believe that. Oh, Mick's pitted, chat. He's a trendsetter. Everyone else is following him. Okay, we got a nice little bit of charge. Just need to make sure we're in DRS range here. That'd be, if we're not in DRS range, that would be very awkward. Please tell me we're in DRS range. Please tell me we're in DRS range. P go green. Thank you. Why is he so roboty? I just think of my brother-in-law dips his McDonald's fries in his milkshake, and apparently, according to him, many do this. Surely not right. I feel like I've heard of people doing this before, but I thought they were winding me up. Does anyone dip their McDonald's chips in their milkshake? And that is a mental sentence to say aloud. I feel like this is an elaborate wind-up. That's a very American thing. That's a real thing. Everyone's saying it's an American thing. I hate everything. You know what, chat? When I think of America, I think of the land of the free, bald eagles, and fries being dipped in milkshake. I appreciate the fact that we've got a poll now going that has it listed as chips in milkshake. Let's make sure we use the correct term. It's a chip, not a fry. Don't bash it till you try it. I mean, chat, I like Nando's hot sauce on toast for breakfast, so am I able to even cast the first stone, really? Probably not. Okay, lots of people have just pitted who started on the soft tyre. Is Lando going to be in DRS range here? Yeah, he will be. Okay, this is fine. He actually is keeping up with Verstappen now. Just don't try and overtake him stupidly, please. They have French fries, though. No, 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 no. No, no. Has Behrman just spun out there, chat? Is that what we've spotted? Poor Behrman, man.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Oh, it was Behrman. I might go... Wait. Okay, yeah, the Red Bull's still out. I kind of want to just follow the Red Bull for another lap. We'll pit with Lando. Chat, I'm going to do something bold here. I'm going to go on to softs now. And if a safety car happens, I will go on to hards.
And pit confirm.
Yeah, confirm. Happy to box at the end.
That was the strategy we were going to do anyway. I kind of want to delay Lando's stop by a lap here and eat up these tyres for one more lap of pushing. Okay, Verstappen pitted. So on Piastri here. Burn up what's left of your tyres, son. You're coming in for softs.
Let's take a closer look.
Why?
Now we see the Williams here.
I hate him. I hate him. I pissing hate him.
They've locked up and gone straight
I
off.
pissing hate him. I didn't lose much time, I don't think. I say that. We're coming out behind. Oh, we've got a double stack here. This is going to be stress.
Yeah, copy.
Okay.
Limiter.
Oh, God, chat. Is there going to be enough time between them after going wide?
Understood, thank you.
I'm fine. I love the fact that we were just tweaking Behrman's settings. I clicked going game, and then we just watch him drive off. The big thing is coming out ahead of Magnussen. If Norris and Piastri come out ahead of Narison... Oh, chat, did you see how well-timed that was? Did you guys see that? Piastri had sauce before going on. It's a visual bug where if you confirm a pit stop and then someone crashes and it goes to a replay... Ah! Sadness. Yeah, if you pit... confirm a pit, then a highlight happens. When you come out of the highlight, it shows the tyres that you plan to go on to. Okay, I mean, Piastri's in second. Norris is in third. We've got on to used softs here while everyone else is on mediums. My thinking here is that we're going to be on mediums at the end. My hope is that Norris is going to be able to get past...
We do not require any fuel liftoff.
To get past Magnussen here. And basically, hopefully there's a safety car that happens. And we can go on to the mediums. If we need to pit a bit sooner and push on these hards, we can go on to hards. But whilst there's some clean air in front of both of our drivers, hopefully, you know, if Lando gets by, it feels like a pretty good opportunity to try and basically run our soft stint now. If we ran mediums again, we're locked into running softs or hards at the end. Whereas with this now, if a safety car was to happen in a few laps, we could pit for hards to the end. What happened to the split strat? I decided to bin it off. Just based on the race kind of conditions. I didn't think we'd be as high up as we are, like, now. Basically. So I think it's worth gambling a little bit. I feel like if you're not confident you've got a faster car, splitting's the way to go. But in this situation here, I like our chances on a medium, soft, medium. No, we didn't have any softs, Jimmy. I'd use the softs to make sure we got second and third in quali. Hopefully Norris can get out of DRS range of Magnussen here.
Everything you've got.
I swear that GP's radio is so kind of loud with like background noise and stuff. Could someone ask Red Bull really politely to get like, I don't know, some microphones that cut out the outside noise? Okay, second ahead of Magnussen. Life's good.
No DRS. No DRS.
I didn't mean to push that hard on Piastri. That's a fail.
So focus on just bringing your tyre temperatures back up.
F1 TV's good, Paul. If you're in the UK, like you can't watch the races live like you can in some places in the world. But if you want to just binge past content, if you're a more recent F1 fan, there's a crazy backlog of content to watch. Like it's really, really good.
And that's a lock-up.
Sonoda's locked up. What's new? Right. Okay, so we've got third and second. Magnussen is still over a second behind. This is fine. We should be faster than Magnussen as well on the softs, even though they're used. I hope. Looks like we're pulling away. They can't afford new mics. They're over the cost cap. Allegedly. Allegedly. It's not official. They're allegedly over the cost cap, chat. Let's be fair to them. How is the difference of Russell with super high smoothness and Piastri like 30? It is big.
Looks like quite a big accident. Yeah.
Who's crashed?
Confirm.
Mick? I think Mick's crashed, chat. I don't want to throw your boy under the bus and assume it's Mick, but it is Mick.
Single car. Let's take a look at the replay. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Oh no! Did he get hit by Vettel?
A definite collision there.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Vettel didn't get a penalty, so it definitely didn't hit him. If I speak, I am in trouble. But you all know what I'm thinking. Okay, third and second for us. Oh, Magnussen's just spun. What's happening?
Kevin Magnussen here.
Kevin. Oh, he's lost so much. He was in fourth. Ericsson hit him. True. True. I think Ericsson's hit us. Or him. Well, no, not us anymore. Mick's in the pits, chat. I'm sad. Yeah, the question is, the Red Bull kind of budget thing is very, very interesting. Because it's a bit of a make or break moment for the rules in terms of actually how severely have they broken it. Because it seems like there's a lot of grey area within the rules of themselves, and Red Bull are probably going to argue that certain stuff shouldn't count towards the cap. But then equally, it's like, the rules... It's so bizarre to me to have a cost cap in place where you don't actually have written out, like, formal structures for punishments. It's basically Red Bull seeing how much slack there is in the rules, how much they can get away with. It feels like. I mean, the rumour is that both have like spent under 5% over and will just get fines, but then it's like, why wouldn't everyone not just spend 5% over if they can afford it? Hey, New Hampshire's, I appreciate the kind words. Jack curses his drivers before he leaves. No comment. Although every driver I have left, chat, has been worse without me, so maybe I'm the genius. There was an interview with Helmut. Apparently there are 6 areas of questionability. Ah, I love grey areas in Formula 1. Does anyone else love grey areas? We're about 2 tenths faster than the medium runners right now, but obviously we are going to pit sooner on these softs. I think my plan is to run to lap 42 on them, but right now we're in second and third, not really racing with anyone. The rules about the punishments are vague because you could decide the punishment doesn't negate the effects of benefiting, negate the benefits of breaking the cost cap. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like if you miss a session, if Red Bull are told, oh, you can't do practice 1 at a certain race, like they're barred from sessions, that doesn't even make a fucking difference to Red Bull, does it? It's like the benefit that you probably got of like spending 10% over or whatever it happens to be. It's like, it's completely, like, it's just worth the hit if your car's that fast. Red Bull were fine until they bought too many yogurts. Believable. They won't strip Verstappen of the title. They just wouldn't. As much as you could argue, depending on how severe it is, that they could or should, it just won't happen. The thing is, it's bizarre that, like, Formula 1 goes through cycles, right? Because no matter what happens here with Red Bull, it won't be severe enough in certain people's eyes. And because Red Bull are right now the big team on top, there'll be claims that, oh, the FIA are in their pocket or whatever. And it kind of happens. It goes through cycles with every single team towards the top. When Ferrari were dominant, you know, you hear about the FIA benefiting them, and Mercedes were dominant. That's not to excuse what Red Bull have done, and I hope they get punished, but I think you're sorely mistaken if you think there's even a chance they would remove points. All right, I think we do 2 laps of aggressive pushing here.
Copy.
I mean, at the end of the day, nothing is official yet, and it's all hearsay. Right. Are we losing time yet on these tyres? No, we're still going faster than the medium runners. I'm kind of tempted to stay out. Time difference between our drivers is 4.4, so I can double stack. Alright, this is the lap to pit. I've waited out a lap longer in case of a safety car, but I have to go now. I'm sure we'll know a lot more by this time next week on the penalties and stuff. Right, chat. If a safety car happens now, I'm calling shenanigans. It's going to have been fixed.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Oh, Verstappen locked up. How much time did he lose?
Now here we see Max Verstappen. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes.
Yeah, it could go how Spygate went. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, chat, we have no idea how severe it actually has been. The rules have actually been broken, so it's kind of impossible to speculate on what any penalty could be. Oh, Norris has come out behind Pachet. That's what I was hoping he'd avoid. Fresh mediums v warm mediums, though. We should be able to get by. Thing is, Russell's just up the road too, so they're going to be benefiting each other. It's my old Hasses. Is this the biggest controversy in recent F1 except Abu Dhabi? No. See you later, Spur. Right, no worries on going to bed, dude. It's late. Like, it's pretty unanimous that Ferrari's engine was Dodge in 2018 or 2019. Chat, what year was it? All the years blur into one pre-pandemic. Whether or not they were burning excess oil or what was going on. Ferrari had, and then they basically dealt with it behind closed doors with the FIA, and the outcome was never really published in terms of what was Dodge with their car. Chat, I've got the bug. I've got the bug. That's bad. Is there a way to fix this bug? I can't change anything with Piastri's instructions.
Simply lovely. Come on, mate.
And a new position.
Click the top right. Oh my god, you guys are geniuses. I didn't know there was a solution. I just didn't know what it was.
Cancel lift and coast for now.
Okay, so we're on mediums to the end here. Piastri's in clean air, Russell's now in clean air. Sorry, Norris is in clean air. I know which drivers are mine. Honest. This should be an easy 2-3. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. If a safety car happened now and everyone got the free stop, we'd be absolutely boned. But that was a calculated risk that I took. We should be in a good spot. If a safety car happens, everyone else is going to go on to softs to the end of the race and we'd be screwed. Because we're on mediums and we've not got fresh softs to go on to. But we are lapping quickly right now on these fresher mediums, like a second a lap faster than some of the cars in front on warm mediums. Which is great to see, by the way. The difference in performance on tyres now is wicked. Actually makes the racing and strategy way more interesting. So Zhou, Sainz and Danny Rick are now all behind us. They are all on, like, softs. Everyone pitted is going to be on softs to the end. I've kind of gone off kilter a little bit. But, yeah, we've got to be a little bit wary. The softs are going to be fast, and there's still 18 laps left. If a safety car happened now, we get swallowed alive. I'd have to even consider pitting for softs, I think. We're catching up with Magnussen. We're in this weird situation where I don't really want to touch anything either, because all of our kind of... everything's like at 0 and on the line. Can Magnussen get out of the way, though? He's lapping a second a lap slower than us on his warm mediums. But that's the mediums that we're going to be on towards the end of this race, which scares me slightly. Who's locked up? Safety car now kills me. Safety car now absolutely kills me. Who locked up? Who had a moment? Who's giving me a minor panic?
I think there's been a lockup.
Albon. I think that's a good lockup for us. Okay, please get past Kevin. Thank you. Everything's fine. Okay, Verstappen's in the pits. If there's a time to just have a little push before the end of the race, it's here. But I don't think we're getting clear of Verstappen. I know he locked up.
Okay, good stuff.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
This is going to be very, very close.
Bottas is in pit lane.
We are free fuel now.
Maybe it's not going to be close at all. Oh my word, he's so far clear. And he cleared the traffic too. Oh, I'm sad. I wanted to believe, chat. Okay, Magnussen pitted. That's good for us. I mean, Norris is in his own little race. Piastri's in his own little race. The only thing that concerns me now is if a safety car happens, because we will be on mediums and everyone else is on softs. But a lot of the runners around us are on worn softs. No one really has fresh softs. So our medium should be a little bit more givey in terms of how much they have left. Oh, this is a weird race where it could be really straightforward to the end. But if Sainz and co start to catch... oh my god, they're going a second a lap faster behind. And they are 6 seconds behind. I need these tyres to die quickly. This is a weird situation where they're on softs, which are more worn than our mediums, and they are going to slow down eventually. But until then, they are going to eat away at us. I've just got to hope they burn through the fastest kind of period of these tyres quickly. I don't like it, chat. Verstappen's bloody quick, though, this race. It's a purple sector then, last sector. What's Gasly's lap times like? Okay, I think this is going to be okay. I think this is going to be a straightforward end, although I do need to just watch the fuel for like half a lap just to make sure we're fine. Oh my god, please don't stay in the red. Stop staying in the red. Get out the red. Get out the red. Please. You're making me stressed. Please get out the red. Please get out the red. Thank you. Chat, it's going to be close again like last race. I mean, Gasly took a second out of us there. He is 4.9 seconds behind with 12 laps left. Their tyres are lasting longer than I wanted them to. I don't like it. This should be fine. If there's a safety car now, though, we are f***ed. I think, because I think they are just quicker. Their lap times are close to ours. I can't push the pace because pace impacts fuel usage, and also our tyres are not great anyway. I can't get Norris closer to Piastri without asking him to slow down a ton. There's 4 seconds is the gap. Right, 4.5 seconds is the gap. I've got to stay on conserve here. Did Mick just spin again? Chat, your boy is. I'm sorry, chat. Your boy is. Your boy is.
Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
Do I use TikTok? I have TikTok. I wouldn't say I use it. I don't think. Oh, they are catching Lando. I don't want to be on conserve, but when I'm not on conserve, we lose. It goes down. 4.2, chat. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Have I seen the guy who says go to the gym? No. No, I haven't. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. 7 laps left. Is anyone else feeling stressed? You can't push the tyres, the ace hole. On the new patch, the performance like drop-off is killer. Right, their tyres are more worn than ours, but we would, if I push my tyres, they would start to catch us. Chat, since the patch, this tyre life here, like, you lose a lot of time once it drops like below 70% and then onwards. If I need to push, I'll push if they start getting in touching distance. But right now, I think they've used the best period of these softs. These softs have gone now. Pre-patch, like, I'd be pushing here like there's no tomorrow. But the reality is, it's no longer a case of really good speed, you hit the 30% and it drops off. Like, your overall performance is like a curve. Hey, Rafataf, how are you doing? I'm afraid, Rafataf, I think this might be my last race today. So if you want to go catch the VODs, and you have time to, of course, I encourage you to do so. But thank you for coming back and saying welcome back. I appreciate you. How are you? We need a safety car. The last thing I need right now is a safety car. Although now the softs are not as quick. Magnussen's just locked up. My gang. My gang. My boys, Magnussen and Mick, they're just continuing my legacy. Oh, chat, the fuel is still dodge. I think we're good. What's the interval? 5.5. Yeah, okay, they are. As soon as I save fuel, they catch us, but I've got to save fuel. If they get within 2 seconds, I need to worry. But right now, I think we are good. Because their softs have gone. They've used the bit with the most life in their tyres. I mean, look at this. There's just a big train of them. Ricciardo, Gasly. I mean, how far does this go back? It's like 5 of them in a little train. And Leclerc's down in 9th. I mean, barring someone running out of fuel or crashing, this looks like it should be the 2-3 that we need for the believers. Although, do I need to worry? Do I need to worry slightly? Deploy for the last lap. Use less fuel. A 2-3 here would be massive. I love the fact, though, that with the new patch, you have to think about the tyres a little bit more. I think that stint we did... I think that stint we did where we really pushed on the softs in the middle was actually the right play. because we had clean air in front of us, it wasn't like we were passing people on slower tyres that made sense. Like, if we'd been in the middle of the pack, that strategy would have been really bad. But because we had enough clean air just to push on the softs while everyone else was on mediums for their second stints, it let us build up a gap that these guys now can't overcome, because although they're on the faster tyre, they're all just racing each other. And they've lost a lot of time because of it. Bobby is a bit Bob. V2. I don't know what happened to Bobby is a bit Bob V1, but thank you, mate, for resubbing. I used to have a fish called Billy Bobstains. It was a sucking loach. He was an absolute of a fish. He lived at the bottom of the fish tank. We had like a little upside down ship in the living room fish tank. He was a massive sucking loach who lived for like 8 years. And he just sat there in the shadows. He was an absolute bastard. He never actually sucked. You know how sucking loaches are meant to suck like the glass clean in your like tank? Never did that. Never did that. He was just an asshole. We've got a 2-3 there. That was a good race in the end. Yeah, that two-stopper was way better, wasn't it, than a one-stopper here. You know what, chat? I've only done now 5 races on the new patch. I'm a big fan. The tyres are good. You really do have to think a bit more about it.
Fail 84, please, mate. Fail 84.
What is fail 84? What is... Who's spun? Who has spun now? The race is over. Who's your bet on, chat? Who's had a moment after the race is done? Can we find out who it is? I want to know. Any closure? We'll never know. Unless you go back and watch the VOD and tell me who you saw stop moving on the radar. Was it Yuki? Oh, podium chat. Where's the... I've forgotten.
A wonderful result.
I've forgotten.
For the Williams driver.
Where's my hat? Where's my hat? Where's the hat?
A very impressive showing today for Williams.
I couldn't agree more. It just shows what this team can do.
Thank you, thank you. Shout out to my fans over at the back.
After this result, the team is 4th in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us.
I'm tearing up. Oh, I'm tearing up. It's beautiful. Oh, Lando's up to 4th. Piastri's up to 8th. Where are we in the constructors? Still 4th. We're still a way off, although look how close it is between the front 4. That's kind of crazy. Ferrari had a really bad weekend there, didn't they? 4th and 8th is not good for them. Red Bull were too quick. Alright, I've had enough of the flute. Oh, Lando gets a development point. Doohan doesn't. Doohan's let us down. Alright, chat. I think that might be my last race, but I want to look at the schedule. Oh, we've got Bahrain next. Does it feel weird to anyone else having Bahrain as the 6th race? So we go Bahrain, France, then the Dutch Grand Prix, then Miami, Azerbaijan, Singapore, Monaco. Got 4 of the 5 street circuits in a row. That's pretty sick. Alright, let's do the prediction here. One more race, it's only midnight. Will both drivers get a podium? Yeah, they will. I haven't got another race in me, gang. I'm still kind of playing catch up. Oh, Lewis Hamilton scouting completed. No, I mean, this is going better than I thought it would. I'm a little bit surprised with like how we're doing, because like when you actually look at our car ranking, we're not good. But there is, I think in this universe, there is such a small difference between all the teams. Like if you look at the grid average, it's the difference between ourselves and the grid average is tiny in almost everything.